I just had to move this.
Total backwards. Now we're going to set up the camera.
Okay.
Do you want to...
So profesh.
I'm going to...
Oh, we have to plug in our mic. You would think. You would think we'd be on it.
Okay, I'll plug the microphone in just a sec.
Here's the end of the microphone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Maybe good afternoon. Maybe good evening. I tried to fix my hair instead of wash my hair, and it made it look like that. So
No, it doesn't at all.
Okay, what's this? Sorry. There we go. So, I don't know if people see us. I think it needs to be turned a little. No, I don't know how it looks.
How does that look? Oh my God.
Am I cut off or no?
No.
There, I think that's perfect, Jode. Perfect. Good morning. Hello from California. Okay, well that's exciting.
Good morning, fiber friends.
Now it's a challenge. Can we read from this far away? Chances are no.
Okay, I haven't even put my lip gloss
Good
on yet.
afternoon from the Bronx.
Hold
What?
the effing fort.
I had lipstick on, but that was like an hour ago, so it's gone now. Gone, gone, gone.
Bobby Brown lip gloss for the win.
For the win. That's this morning.
I brought a shawl, but
Did ya?
boy, is it nice out.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised. This could be our first actual summer day.
Yeah, it's going to be hot today.
Right?
Yeah. And I have
Feels
no
good.
plans to be outside.
Look, I got a notification the grocery girls are live. Okay.
What?
I know, crazy. So I'm going to actually
Who are they?
bring this up. Exactly. Who the heck are they? And then maybe we can see some more comments.
We're going to take the first few minutes.
Hi from Sin City, Las Vegas, a.k.a.
My dad's second home.
and probably as hot as balls. Is that not true? From Philadelphia. Oh, I'd love to go to Philadelphia. I really would like to travel. Okay, so
The
here's...
city of brotherly love.
Yeah, so here's something I've been doing and watching lately that's made me kind of happy in relative terms, right? Like when you wanted to take a deep breath, and my husband suggested this show on Netflix called Somebody Feed Phil. So I thought it was a food show, which it is in a way, but it's also a travel show, and it's also a people, like
Yes.
going somewhere in the world and connecting with the people that live there.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of why I like to travel. Why I know. I mean, the whole hassle at the airport, on the airplane, being squished, food is a nightmare, you're all sweaty, you're worried they're gonna crash, like all that stuff. When you get somewhere and you get a chance to be in somebody else's backyard and soak up their culture and try some new and exciting things, it's just all worth it. And so we've really liked that. And there was even one on Montreal.
I actually have to say, if I could teleport, I love everything about
Being somewhere.
getting somewhere
Yeah.
and being immersed in their culture.
Yeah.
And I mean, I talk about, something so easy to get to for me and us, and we've traveled to Mexico. We love the culture.
It is a
we
total
love the
privilege
people.
to be able to like travel.
It is.
Yeah.
And you're right. We love it so
Yeah.
much.
So, I mean, we're certainly watching a ton of news and soaking up what's going on in the world.
So it's interesting. I went today to gather my things, and you know how I've been trying to do a little bit of homework ahead of time if I don't have a ton of knitting.
That's got to end sometime.
It ended
Who
today.
are we kidding?
But I kind of thought to myself, I've been immersed in learning
I
and
totally
being
agree.
quiet and
totally agree.
sharing my space with Black people, Black makers,
Yeah.
Black voices, which I'm super proud of. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't have a ton of content.
Right.
Whatever.
Well, and that's something that we were going to talk about today too. You know, for a long time, we've been doing this for 4 years. What the heck? For 4 years, we have all wanted to shine a light on small makers, designers, everything knitting. And from now on, part of our show notes will include some kind of a resource on anti-racism that we have found
Yeah.
helpful in our journey, because it's a lifelong thing. You have to.
Yeah.
And I've been loving all the things that we've been reading and listening to. And so you'll always find that in our show notes now. You're going to find a resource. Maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a video. And I think sometimes people feel like reading books can be overwhelming. Most of these have audio versions. There's all kinds of videos. And I think instead of feeling overwhelmed by that, it's like dip your toe in.
Yes.
Every day, do something.
A little bit every day.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. Part of our show notes will totally include that kind of thing too.
I'm happy to report I've been uncomfortable.
Totally.
I've felt ashamed and
I was
guilty.
Say, I have so much of that shame.
But you know what? I'm letting it go.
It's not important, and that is not something
it's
you
not
should
about
focus on. It's not.
Yes.
It is not important.
Yeah.
And that is not where my energy is being focused.
Right.
But I'm not kidding you.
I'm committed to feeling uncomfortable.
How much learning?
Do you know what was a revelation to me? It wasn't enough to know in my heart of hearts that I'm not racist. I didn't know I needed to let them have their voice. It wasn't enough just to know that I love everybody. I love them, not because of the color of the skin, but just because they're them. That wasn't enough.
It's not enough to live a life demonstrating that you're not a racist. It's
right.
You need to speak up, and your actions need to be bold, and you need to speak up for Black people, because you're right, it's not nearly enough. And that was a revelation. It's not enough to be a nice white person. And oh my gosh, I was going to share this all later, but one of the people, somebody shared with me Austin Channing Brown, and so I've been putting in my Instagram stories and all those amazing things, but there was something really cool yesterday called Share the Mic Now, right, where Black women, I think it was all women, right? Black women and white women, and there was an Instagram takeover and all these videos. And so I may have even found her, Austin Channing Brown, through Brene Brown, who I've been, an admirer of and listening to her stuff for a long time. But Austin Channing Brown, she's got a book called, let me look, I know I've got it. I haven't started it yet, but it's called I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness. And it's a memoir. It's 2 years old. Many people are going to know about this. I did not know about it, but it has just been chosen by Reese Witherspoon for her book club for July.
Love it.
And also, I heard Austin reading a little bit on Brene Brown's podcast. I mean, you fall instantly in love with her. She's really a voice that I want to listen to, right? I just love the way she talks, and I love the way she writes. And it's just, she's got a chapter in her book called Nice White People. And she was reading out of that. And it's like, when they say a light bulb goes off, it's like,
it was a spotlight.
All these things just start. So I have to say, that's what I'm going to put in our show notes, unless you have something else you want to add.
No, your resources.
I want to put those, the podcast, the book, everything in there. And if you have something that's helped you a ton, or something that just made, not just a light bulb go off, but like blinded you, like something that just woke you up, we want to know about it. So we'd love to hear that stuff below our video.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So.
Still and always committed. It's just, I'm in awe.
And of course we're going to make mistakes, Jodi. I mean, I don't want people to think we're talking because we think we're experts, because we are so the opposite.
No.
We are
a newbie
on
beginner.
The very baby level of learning all this stuff, but we are passionate, and it is our core beliefs and our core values. And that's what we've always tried to share here with you, who we really are.
Absolutely.
And it's this is it.
Yes.
So thanks for being here, and I hope that you love that too.
And I'm it brings, like I talked last week about feeling hopeful, and listening to other Black people speak that this is different, this feels different. The conversation seems different. The movement seems different. It's just, for me, like I'm so excited to hear that it's not just George Floyd's life and we're going to mourn him and be outraged. It is a movement that is happening, and I'm committed to changing. I'm committed to learning. I'm committed to do better. And I feel like the world is stepping up.
Hope and action and knowledge and all of
Yes.
these things are like a great, perfect storm, right? So hopefully that there's real change.
Yeah.
Real change on the way.
Yeah. And we're committed to having this conversation, not just in the early days, not in the early days and having it fade out. We're committed to having this conversation. We are honored to use our platform of 40,000 plus viewers every week to shed some light, some amazing resources, things we've learned, things that we think can help better the white privileged community.
Right.
That's we're committed to that.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. What you mean. I've been doing a lot of that this week as well, every day.
That's all I've been doing.
Every day.
No knitting.
Yeah. I have very little knitting.
Yeah.
But I want to share it, and I do some other things, and it's always great to come and connect. It's amazing how we are sitting out here by ourselves, but every time we hit that, record or go live button or whatever, we really do feel you guys out there. I love this live part where we can actually have a bit of a conversation. But we feel you. We feel you out there, and I hope you feel us. I hope you feel our embrace too.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I've actually been reading a lot this week. I finished our Shelby in the Book Club book.
Okay. That's an excellent segue, because I'm so excited. I mean, you love books.
We've read. We're big readers all the time.
We're big readers. I have to say, I'm not a real cerebral reader.
Yeah.
As of late, White Fragility is what I've started on my listening on my Apple devices, because I listen to books and don't usually read them anymore. So finding a book club and somebody else is choosing the books for you is so fun.
That's part of what I loved about our neighborhood book club, is that people would choose stuff I would never have chosen to read. And I don't think so. This Shelby in the book club, we read, or we're reading The Book of Longings by Sue Monk Kidd, and I loved her book The Secret Life of Bees so much. I probably would have read this one, I think, but maybe not right now.
Yes,
maybe not right now. And it's always, to me, I love a book club. I love hearing other people's takes on things. We like community, a little bit of joining. I always really like that. I loved it. I finished it. And I just felt like I've probably never been quite so transported by a book.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you feel like the
I
setting?
I didn't read it.
The setting is so... I felt literally transported halfway around the world. Like I could see... She's an amazing author.
Yes. Oh.
And Shelby is killing... Like, I love her vivacious, wonderful passion for books. Is so refreshing. She loves books as much as we love yarn and knitting.
And you feel and see that with her lives and when she talks. Yeah, you're right.
So if you guys are looking for books to read, or if you're looking for a community activity of some kind, it's just on Instagram. This book club is just on Instagram. It's for everybody. So you can see, I'll link it again in our show notes, Shelby and the book club. And she has started a book buddy program, which is amazing. I'm so excited.
I don't know. Do you know a little more details?
She's going to be sponsoring people that would like to join the book club.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason are not able to get the book, whether it's just not in the budget or whatever. There's no questions asked. Go to Shelby's post about the book buddies.
Yeah.
But you can sponsor someone if you'd like. You can send money, and Shelby will make sure they get a book. So the first week of every month, you're able to email her and say, I would like to join this month, and a book gets shipped to you.
Yeah.
So
free, obviously.
Yeah,
free.
Yeah. And it's a timing thing, though. So you have to do it within the first week of the month so that you'll get
that
the book in time to join the knit along or the read along, the book club. So anyway, we'll link Shelby in the book club in the show notes. Go read the posts, get caught up. I think she is an amazing human being, and I love the first choice. And I'm really looking forward to book number 2.
Okay, so book number 2 was already announced.
It's an author I've never read. It's an author Shelby is passionate about. So right away you just think, well, now I'm excited. Somebody loves this author so much and they're sharing that with us.
Deacon King Kong
Yeah.
by James McBride.
Yeah.
Right?
So super excited. I don't even know what it's about. I have no clue at this point, but it's going to be great. I miss our book club.
I miss our book club. Okay, you know what was funny? You know what I distinctly remember? God, it's been forever.
Oh, a decade. More,
right?
Lot, yes.
It was just moms that their kids went to school with, and we kind of got together. It was more of, let's do the 10-minute talk, and then we'll chat.
It was an evening of wine and snacks.
Yes.
But it was still good.
The first book I picked, do you remember the one by Mom's house where we went? And I picked the book.
You picked The Hunger Games.
I picked Jodi Picoult's new book. I always feel like Jodi Picoult book, it always has a topic that can be so heavily debated. There's two sides, you for or against. I thought it was a great, and she's like, don't choose that. It's so predictable. I'm just like,
I know.
That's what I said.
I quit the book club.
She made me feel bad.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't cerebral enough. Listen, if I might pick The Hunger Games.
It's my month. I get to pick whatever I want.
I'm picking 50 Shades of Grey.
I pick Archie Comics. So there you go.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, we really did get lots of good books that way. Oh, I love book clubs. I didn't know I missed it so much until this one came up. So I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Happy to join. So
yeah. Your love of books.
But I finished it, Jodi. Like it was.
Well, your love of reading and books way surpasses mine. I mean, I like reading a lot, and I always have a book. But you're like, if I don't read for 2 weeks, I don't read for 2 weeks.
Oh no, I read every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
I go to bed at a time where I know I can read for like an hour before I go to sleep. So knitting and reading every day. It's pretty great stress management, I have to say.
Is.
I like them both.
My stress management is eating.
Oh, don't even start with that.
It's eating, but what else?
The last 2 nights I've ordered out. So
for dinner?
Yep.
That's so not like you.
I know.
You just haven't felt like it. Good
I
for
haven't
you.
felt
Own
like
it.
Cooking.
Yes, good for you.
Like the motivation is just not there. And then my husband came home last night and he said, I'm not going to be home for dinner. I'm going to go to the golf course. So it was like, okay, kids.
Hi, Skip. Remember me?
I mean, it was the kids and I. And again, tonight, he's not going to be home. So it's like, oh my gosh. If I don't cook the chicken in the fridge, it's going to be a problem. So
it's going to be garbage.
Tonight is cooking, for sure.
Okay, good.
But hello, everybody. Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe. Ooh, what's that?
Ooh, Tracie's like, tell me what book that is.
Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe, a must.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to listen to my first audiobook.
Why?
It's going to be this Austin Channing's I'm Still Here.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to hear her read that.
I do. I've read some biographies. David Spade. I'm sorry. Don't judge, but it was hilarious.
Did he read it?
Yes, he
read
it.
The book? Yeah.
I read a few Chelsea Handler.
Oh, I love Chelsea.
I told you I don't read cerebral books, but there is something about the author, especially if it's a topic that you're really passionate about.
Yes.
I think you're going to find that
especially
really
like
interesting.
A memoir thing,
yes.
right? So they're talking about their experiences, and I think you're just going to feel so much hearing it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I'm excited. Oh, somebody just said Martin Short's biography is hilarious. Somebody also asked if they're having trouble with streaming. And so we were concerned about Wi-Fi outside here.
My Wi-Fi is...
Are you okay with...
Yeah, and we haven't had an issue before, but please let us know.
And we've been further away before, too. So I tried to squish us up as close to the house as we could.
Okay.
But let's maybe we should talk about a little bit of knitting.
Could your cup be bigger?
Jodi, don't be jelly.
You got a long.
If I drink all of this water while we're here, I'm going to need a pee break.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pause.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's an issue.
Yeah.
Somebody saying it's
thank you,
fine
Vincent.
over here. Oh, thanks, guys. Okay. Yes,
Knitting.
and I mean that can vary everywhere, right? Your own Wi-Fi.
Okay, Vincent's here. Should I talk about my hat pattern? Knit with Vincent's
yarn.
yarn.
That's going to transition into my whip, Jodi. It's like we planned it. It's like we planned it.
So this is called the slipped rib hat. Okay, why do I struggle
Jodi, you're not the only one.
Like, you see people having like these meaningful names.
I know. But sometimes there's just, oh, I love it. And I think sometimes too, a name like this, slipped rib hat, when people are searching for things on Ravelry, like, do you use tags when you put it on Ravelry?
No.
Underneath? Okay, well, you got to do that. And you got to tag it with something like simple and slip stitches and in the round and beginner and those kinds of things, because that really helps people find.
No. I do. I do
do
those
use that? You do use
knitting, bottom up in the round,
Yes,
slip
yes,
stitches.
yes, yes,
sorry.
yes.
So
So that will help people find, like, anyway, I think naming is very difficult. Sometimes it pops in and it's like instant, but most times it's like pulling a tooth. Like, I just can't.
And then I picked the damn obvious. Couldn't I be more creative?
But no, I love it.
Okay, so this is slipped rib. It's mosaic knitting. I think it ended up looking like a faux brioche.
It's so pretty, Jodi.
And I love it so much. So it is now live on Ravelry. It is, everything in my shop was, and still is for the month of June, 50% off. I have left this hat purposefully at full price for $5.
Good.
For the whole month,
I love
because
that.
all the sales are going to be donated to the NAACP for the
Yes.
month of June. It's
I
going
love
to
it.
be, it's going to be a lot. I'm going to be proud of the amount.
I wish I had a new. I agree. I've got to. We'll share that later.
Yeah.
Just to tell everybody when we come together how amazing this has
Yes.
been, that we
Yes.
can do this. But Jode, I wish I had a new pattern to release this month.
I know.
For the same reason,
You
and
could-
I don't.
I mean, you
But
couldn't.
this doesn't mean we can't donate whatever we want whenever we want.
Exactly.
This is the first opportunity we are having.
Yes.
So thank you to everybody that's coming and standing right beside us and
Yeah.
saying, I want to put my money there too.
Yeah.
So, Jodi, tell people about the yarn again, just in case people
Okay.
didn't know what you did with this, because it's 2 yarns you're using.
It's 2 yarns. I used a DK yarn for the gray, held single, and then I used a mohair, silk mohair, lace weight held double.
You know what else I was thinking? There are some mohairs that are not lace weight.
Oh.
Like there's DK fingering, there's even Aran weight mohair. Like you could use a single strand of something like that.
You could use a single strand of DK.
So if you don't have like the lace weight mohair because you think I will never knit something like that, but you've got something fluffy that's a little bit heavier,
Yeah.
that might work.
I also put in the pattern, you could, okay, you guys, this isn't, I mean, you could do a Surrey's held single.
Yeah.
You could do a fingering weight held single.
Just contrast color, another DK that
Yeah.
you love.
But yeah, if you, because it just peaks, right? You're going to want a contrast color that's quite contrasted.
What the
So
heck?
this was the very first one I did.
Oh, I love it, Jodi.
It's a Yarn Ink, her red, I forget the name of it.
Gosh.
This is a Yarn Ink mohair, and this is
Wow.
Old Soul Fiber DK.
Is it?
Yeah,
And an amazing pom-pom.
yeah. So this is now out. All proceeds for the month of June will be donated. I'm super excited about this hat. And I have more yarn coming for my next collaboration because
Yay.
I've done a million swatches. I've used the mohair forward. I've used different stitch patterns.
Yes,
It's
I
all
love
with
it.
this mohair held double and slip stitches. And
Okay, and there was Avis Yarns did kits for this, right?
yes,
You had Josh,
Luke.
Luke contacted you
Yeah.
and did kits for your hat.
Luke's the woman.
Oh,
And that's what she said.
oh darn. Okay,
Most people
sorry.
automatically think.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, my bad to assume too.
I'm sure she's used to that.
And I'm so excited.
But
The kits have shipped. You guys, I've had a dyer contact me to do kits for this. It's a full skein of her DK, and she's broken mohair up, and it's a 30 gram, 25. It's a
Wow, 'cause
25
I think
gram
you can buy
mohair.
mini
Okay,
25. I've
she's done
had
mini
a
mohair.
25 gram mini.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So those are coming with a pom pom.
Okay, so we'll share that later when it comes.
We'll share that when it comes
Okay.
because they're on the way.
Okay, do you want to see my
Yes.
slipped rib hat?
Yes.
It's in a new bag. Don't shame me. Oh my gosh, right?
I love it. Oh, you and Gigi have matching bags.
That was totally unintentional, but we got them from the same place.
Yeah, Espace Tricot.
So this is a hide and hammer bag. I think, does she call this one number 1? I don't know what it's called, but it's super popular and I've admired them for a long, long time. It's really cool wax canvas and it rolls and it holds tons of yarn. But I did get it at Espace Tricot. This was one of the things I think they were bringing to Knit City.
Yes.
Yeah, intending to have in their booth.
The gray and the orange are ridiculous contrast. I love it.
Well, and I had been in their shop a few times.
Yeah.
And I guess I am one of those like retail therapy people because it just made me feel good to support a local yarn shop and get something that I hadn't had before. And I've always admired, like, it's really a unique design.
I totally agree.
100% her design. So she's a great maker and it's beautiful. Amazing quality leather, and this canvas is really soft. And I think I should just blame it on Amber because Amber's got a couple of these bags, and I think we should just do that. Just blame it on Amber because hers were so beautiful.
She's the worst influence ever.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
there you go. So I went into my stash as soon as you sent me the pattern, and
ridiculous.
I'm using. This is Canyon mohair, also from Yarn Inc. So this was the leftovers from my Prairie Mittens. And this is a leftover from my Super Simple Summer Sweater. This is Sweet Georgia Superwash DK in Magpie.
It's like a
Honestly,
blackwash teal.
I want a sweater in this so
Tracie.
badly. It's so beautiful. So those are my 2 yarns.
What?
And I think I'm maybe halfway, Jode.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a project with a time commitment right now,
Oh my God.
I would be done.
Okay, look at your mohair coming through.
So it's a super contrasty.
I was gonna say your mohair is. Oh, you know why it's looking like that? Because it's very high contrast.
And it's a dark and a bright.
See that? I see that difference.
So
Mine
you
is.
can make them look, your pattern look lots of different ways. You could do low contrast, you can do high contrast.
Okay, super interesting, you guys, because I don't know if you can see, but this mohair is like spilling through.
It's a long, like it's super fuzzy.
Wow.
Some are fuzzier than others.
That is crazy
like
fuzzy.
long, it is. But look what I had in my mohair stash, or my pom-pom stash.
Oh my gosh.
So I think this is going to be really, really pretty. And this is a rose and pearl pom-pom.
Who's not doing it at, oh no, she has, never mind. Wrong person.
Really?
Don't know.
She's in Victoria, so
Yes.
another Canadian maker. So this hat is 100% Canadian, from the designer to the yarn to the pom-pom.
To the wall.
And I did not plan it. I just think that's kind of fun and cool. But I love it. I can't wait. It's navy-ish, so it's going to go with my winter coat. I'm going to wear the heck out of it.
So that's really interesting about the mohair and of course, different people are going to spin it differently. I didn't think about it like that.
Well,
that's a
right.
really
So
long
this-
fuzz.
Right. And the one that I used for my Paloma sweater, that Biche et Bouche,
Yeah.
was the opposite. It was and so to wear it on a sweater is really nice because it doesn't pill. There's not a lot of that fiber that's getting all pilled up. But so that's when I noticed. I assumed they were all the same.
Okay.
As far as fuzz factor,
I
right?
did too.
And they're not.
That's really interesting.
And they're not. So Alicia dyed this Canyon, and it literally is one of my favorite yellows.
Okay. I think I know my next hat
Yeah.
is going to be an opposite.
With the
It's
mohair
going
on
to be the
outside.
mohair forward.
Yes.
And the superwash back.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm having fun with that.
Well,
So thank you everybody who is buying the pattern.
definitely, Jodi.
I heart mohair.
Oh, and you didn't for
I
a long
didn't.
time. So you're a convert.
I didn't.
Which I love.
Yeah. So I think that's really fun.
I love that.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that's one of my
so
knitting
I'm
things
knitting.
today.
Okay, Vincent.
Jodi.
Vincent is doing kits also, and I'll be able to share that. I believe it's the 20th.
So dyed by Dells.
Dyed by Dells. What day is the 20th? Next Saturday.
Okay.
They're shooting for next Saturday. Dyed by Dells will have kits for my slipped rib hat.
Nice.
Thank you for the reminder. But in the meantime, he has got a new gray.
That color.
It's called Cheryl's Cole Gray.
Okay. So
Who's Cheryl's Cole?
I don't
Cheryl
know.
Cole.
I don't know. But can you, so I look at this as like a mushroomy brown based gray. Is that right, do you think?
I don't know, but yeah, out here it's looking, maybe not.
It's really
Oh,
beautiful.
it's super beautiful.
Really beautiful.
And this is also a new color.
I love this.
This brings me joy, this color. This is called Abador's Waters, and it's mohair and also a brand new colorway.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So this is going to be another slipped rib hat. But what I'm going to do...
A new pattern?
No,
Same,
just this
same
one.
pattern.
I'm going to do it opposite.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the DK back, the mohair forward.
So
and see what it looks
if
like.
anybody else wants to do that, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to start the mohair after the ribbing, but just switch main color and contrast
Exactly.
color? Okay.
Yeah. So this will
But
be...
you can tell us when you do it.
Yeah. I'll have it ready for next week.
Okay.
So Cheryl Cole is a UK singer.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm sure if we
How
heard
about
her
Nat
music, we
King
would know.
Cole's Gray? Right?
That would be amazing.
You could think of a million.
Yeah.
But this is... Oh, I love it so much. This is my
Jodi.
next combo.
That's very
This
you.
looks
That's
really-
very you.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I said to Vincent, he goes, "Are you sure?" I said, because you only see it in a picture. This hasn't been for sale yet. I said,
And you showed a picture yesterday. It's totally different than the picture you showed me.
Oh, you guys.
It's very
very watery.
yes.
Moody.
Like Monet's water lilies
Yes.
kind of. It's not an in-your-face blue. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, so that's going to be
I
something
love
I
it,
cast on.
Vincent. I love
Yeah,
it.
Beautiful.
It's actually like the color of your eyes. It really is so. It's going to be so good on you.
Okay, I think Vincent's flirting with me sending me this color, but
Right?
whatever.
Whatever. It happens.
Okay, so
Have
you been knitting anything
Jodi,
else?
I have knitting with a time stamp on it. I gotta finish. Remember my husband's vest? One half done. This is the back.
Really?
Yep. And it's still rolling because I haven't blocked it or anything.
That is so
It's nice, hey,
beautiful.
Jode?
Yes.
And I do keep my these are little markers. Like this is where I ended the body and I started my decreases. These just signify little parts of the pattern and I like to leave those there until I'm finished because sometimes the other piece of this has to match perfectly, right? So
Got it.
that's why
That's a good tip.
That's why I'm keeping those in there. But it's super light.
Okay, so this fabric is coming out beautiful.
It's nice, right?
Because with a vest, no, I mean, maybe I'm assuming you're probably going to wear something underneath.
Well,
maybe not everybody.
Some days,
Yeah,
depends
maybe
on how
Jeff
much
will wear this
laundry
to work.
you have done.
Just with this.
Right.
But being that you're going to be layering, having this going to be a light
It's really
layer is going to be beautiful.
It's not that much heavier than fingering weight, to me.
Yeah, you're right.
Had I known that,
Hence, I will not be knitting it.
lesson learned. And I did start these. This is now the front, and I'm a little encouraged because the front is shorter than the back.
Yay.
So I have started.
Talk about your yarn.
Talk about my yarn. What do you want to know?
Like, what is the fiber content?
Okay,
it's,
so this
it's
is-
tweedy.
It's Rowan felted tweed, which is a long time running
It's
yarn for
yeah.
Rowan.
This
right?
she's an old Betty. She's been around the block.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, not you, the yarn. Well,
Liar.
no.
Not liar.
I was totally talking about the yarn.
So they say that this is a felted look yarn, and I have to say it really it kind of blends into this fabric. Like you don't see.
I can see how they say
And when
that.
I weave in the ends, Jodi, they're invisible. Like you really can't see anything. So I do like that aspect of it. It's a 50% wool, 25% alpaca, 25% viscose, which I think is
What is all
mostly the tweed. All the little hair, that's alpaca, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is woolly feeling. It is non-superwash.
Beautiful halo to it.
It's when you wash it, it's even softer. It does soften into this beautiful sweater yarn.
Yes.
I think it's a great yarn for anything. It's got a ton of colorways, and I like tweed. I just like a subtle tweed.
I do like the tweed.
Yeah. So this one is very subtle though. It's just got a little bit of a toffee and kind of a light blue and like a creamy color in there. But it's very subtle. So if even someone that isn't big on tweed, I think would still like this color.
Actually, to be fair, can you guys even notice that's tweed?
They probably can't.
Yeah.
This color is called Carbon. Carbon.
It's got the teeniest little, is it nibs?
Sure? I don't know.
These little nibs? Nibs? I think they're called something, aren't they?
Yeah, something like
they're
that.
They're very small.
I hear nibs and I think candy.
Oh yeah, like
going
licorice.
To the movies.
Yeah. The whatever the little bumps are in tweed yarn. Oh, nubs. I don't know. Anyway. They're very tiny. I've seen tweed yarn where they're quite prominent and much bigger.
Yes.
I like this.
I like this too.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "What weight is it?" It says it's DK, and I am getting a gauge. It's DK. I'm just gonna say DK.
Yeah.
It seems thinner. Like if we compare,
these are neps.
If we compared this to your DK merino, I think this is thinner a little bit.
Let me see. Yeah,
I think so.
But
I love it. I am loving it, and it was perfect gauge for what the pattern called for.
Can you remind us your pattern again?
Oh yeah, shoot. I'm very new to this.
You show your pattern, you show the yarn, you show what you've knit.
It is called His Vest. And it is a paid for pattern on Ravelry by Church Mouse Yarns and Tees. It's really just the classic men's vest. There's nothing fancy about it. There's a little bit of 2x2 rib on the edges, and there's no cables, there's no pattern, it's super classic. And it's very easy to knit. Like it's a lot of stockinette, and then it's very clear on the shaping and stuff. I'm finding it very well written pattern.
Do you feel like once you've knit it once, you could knit it in the round?
Yes,
because
that would take, I think, a little bit of experience in sweater knitting because, yes.
Okay.
Because it's written where you have a right side and a wrong side.
Sure. These are
and there is shaping.
Yes.
On the right side and the wrong side. So if you were doing it, it would take some brain power. But for sure, if you want to do it, you can do it. You could actually just knit it in the round up to the, oh my God, now I've figured it out, people.
Tracie.
This is it. This is what I would do next time.
I feel like a light bulb has just gone off.
Okay, so next time I knit it, and I would totally knit this again.
Yeah.
I would knit it in the round up to where you do the shaping because it's identical.
Where does the shaping start?
Right at the underarms.
Okay.
So you could put your half of your stitches on hold and then work the shaping as written in the pattern. I'm an idiot. I could be finished. That is how I would do it. And actually, I think that would be, I mean, there's a reason people knit things in pieces. It makes a really beautiful, stable, beautiful garment.
Right.
I feel like it's not that big of a difference. I could just put a purl stitch to make a faux seam running up the side. You would never know that it wasn't.
I actually you don't get a seam when you're getting those.
No. You could just fake that. Oh, I'm going to fake the seamed look. Yeah. Some people put a purl stitch at the end there.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. You would have to take, what you would have to do is take out 4 stitches. 2 stitches for the front and 2 stitches on the back, because when you seam them,
got it,
those go to the inside, and that would affect your gauge. So 4
and
extra,
that's where experience comes in.
Right. So yes, you can modify it, and if I modified it again, that's what I would do. I'm going to put these notes on my project page.
What is that?
Because
do that,
Jodi.
Do that.
So I will do that. But I love it as it's written. I think you can knit it. I am knitting it very happily as it's written.
Sure.
But as far as speed, I'm a faster knitter than purler.
Yeah.
So I'm not kidding you. I could be almost done, I think, now if I had done that. I love knitting. I love knitting it though, and it's a gift, and I'm very excited to do that.
See, and that's the nice thing about modifications is that once you knit it once, like that was the Autumn League pullover for me. I read the pattern thinking, no, I'm not knitting this in pieces.
Was that how it was written?
It's written kind of like Yes, it was written so then you would seam from here
Oh, yeah,
all the way down,
Yeah.
one piece. And I'm not going to do that. Let's be honest.
But because you had this sweater experience knitting in the round,
when I read the pattern, I
you
just
could
thought,
just
yeah.
yeah. So even experience knitting super simple sweaters gives you that just that construction knowledge,
Yes.
right? Not even technique so much, but like this is how a sweater is built.
Exactly.
And this is how, if I want to, I can change it a little bit.
Exactly.
And there's some patterns that say, pick up your stitches for the sleeve and knit it flat and then seam it later.
That's what this was.
Right. So you can totally do that in the round if you want to,
Yeah.
especially if it's stockinette stitch.
It was in the round till the sleeves. And then the front was knit flat, the back was knit flat, the sleeves were attached flat and knit.
Okay.
And then seamed, and that's way too much work.
Isn't that, see? That's
And
very
the
interesting.
modifications I made turned out to be a beautiful sweater.
Right.
I mean, the pattern was beautiful, but I just made a couple modifications.
I do want to say I'm loving the pattern, and Church Mouse has a really beautiful, stylish stuff. Classic things that I think are very wearable.
Yeah.
And there's just a million of them, and they do have a bunch of free patterns, and Church Mouse Yarns and Tees is still right up there on the list of local yarn shops that we want to go to one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, left turn. Do you know what I found really interesting this week is how many people unfollowed the Grocery Girls?
Oh, did you look?
No, but just in general, there was a lot, and there was some comments. If you're gonna leave, don't let the door hit you. You don't have to announce it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I am. It's just like, did you really think, with the amount that we talk about inclusion and diversity, that we were different, that in the last 3 weeks that you thought we were, that you now don't want to see what we have to say? That was really eye-opening. It's like
doesn't hurt my feelings in the least.
I mean, we don't do this for followers, clearly.
Obviously.
But it was just...
Hello, talking about menopause and vaginas. Not...
Do we need a vagina update?
Not
Okay.
for followers.
No!
We've
don't.
always wanted... And that's what we've always said, too. We would just want to find your people.
And
The people that you want to be
Yeah.
hanging out with,
Yeah.
right? And building a community with. But let me tell you, it is very interesting to see.
That's what I thought. Interesting.
Interesting in a way that I think, whatever. Whatever.
Like, interesting to me, like, what did you think we were about? Do you not want to you don't want to spend 10 or 15, 20 minutes with us once a week talking about the state of the world and that we need to do better? Like, I just don't get that. That's what I kind of didn't get.
Right.
Anyway.
I know. There's a lane where people say, zip it and talk about knitting. That's what I'm here for. And we've just always been in our own lane to talk about whatever we think is important.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is super important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also think it's hilarious that they have to say, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to unfollow you because.
Right.
It's like, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't get a notification.
I
I didn't get a comment when you followed.
Right.
So I don't need one when you unfollow.
Yeah.
And
oh, yay, Sarah. Sarah just joined the book club.
Sarah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's really exciting.
So just a comment out of left field. I just thought,
Yeah.
you think we care that you unfollow us? That's funny. We love you and support you. We can't.
I wish you would stay and listen, because we talked last week about how we were blocking people because they were
Nasty.
They were being really horrible
Yeah.
people and being aggressive towards you. So you just think, look, I'm not here to have a fight with you, lady, about being an anti-racist. So I'm going to block you because I don't want this conversation on our page. I
Yeah.
don't want to attract an argument, a fight. We want to be shining the light where it's necessary, not confusing people and having fights under our posts. So we were blocking people. But let me tell you, the people that are offended and unfollowing us, I really wish you would stay. And I really wish you would listen with an open heart and an open mind. And I really wish you would even just go to our Ravelry notes and click on whatever resource we're sharing that week, because that is where the problem lies.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If that is the problem.
Yeah,
That
I
is
agree.
the problem. So
They're just not willing to
White-
have an open conversation. And unfortunately, I don't think you'll ever get through to people who are willing to be that aggressive the other way
Yeah.
and unfollow. Like you're
yeah.
just, they're not willing.
There was a nasty incident with someone that took a screenshot of our video and then was really horrible on Instagram. And then someone tagged us. So we got to see it. She is one of the blocked ones.
No,
actually.
he.
It's a he?
It's a he.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I found interesting? And usually, like if people say,
I don't
"Oh,
like
Jodi,"
giving them 2 seconds to
No.
talk about. But sorry, I
You
don't
know,
want to interrupt. But
I can't. I don't care if people say, "Oh, that was crass, that was rude, I don't want to hear," like
Yes.
that kind of stuff. That doesn't bother me. But when someone screenshots your video and just saying, "Oh, it's hilarious, these white privileged, women,"
like, who do you think you are? You can't make a difference. You can't. You're just idiots.
Right.
And I know. You know what? Half of that's true. I know we're silly, and that is definitely part of who we are.
yeah, but don't come
But
for
don't
me.
demean
Yeah.
something that is really important.
We're working
To
at
us.
this.
Yeah.
And for you to say that it's hilarious, and then someone tagged me that I should shave my head if I support anti-racism. I like my hair. No, the same person, the same guy did that.
It was
Anyway, just
that's
a little side note.
Two.
We love every single viewer. Honest to God, every single one of you. If we could hug you all, we would, because we love that you come and show up every week.
Yeah.
We love that we feel your support.
Yeah.
And those people who unfollow, it's good that they're gone.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I
Yes.
really wish.
You
I
can't
really
be rude
wish-
here. I know what
I
you
hope,
wish.
I hope they find someone. Sure, unfollow us. I hope they find someone that they are able to hear and possibly think about anti-racism and diversity in a different way. I hope they find a someone that makes a light bulb go off.
Yeah.
And it's, if it's not us, I hope it's somebody else. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
And I think, too, we should thank our amazing community for coming to our Etsy shop last week. I want to just hug every single one of you, because those kits, that yarn did not last more than a few
Yeah,
hours.
it flew out the door.
Huge apologies to people that didn't have time to join us live.
It was not planned. Had we planned
It wasn't.
we would have had more.
Yeah, but because everybody was so supportive, there was a donation made for $8,400 to Black Lives Matter in Canada and the U.S. So
Yeah.
thank you for being so generous
Yeah.
and standing beside us. And we're going to we have some things in the works, and we have some ideas that we hope you'd also like to continue. And then we'll be having something that's going to be, you'll have an opportunity to get in and help donate as well at somewhere
Yeah.
else. So
Yeah.
we're not standing here patting ourselves on the back, because
I mean, we couldn't have done it without you.
right, and it's just one way to help. It feels really, really, really good, but it's also just one way. So I think,
Garbage day.
yeah. Oh my gosh, Thursday. But thank you. I
Yes.
just wanted to say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
that was really amazing to
Yeah,
be able to do that.
It was.
Okay, so
What else is going on?
have you been knitting anything else?
I have a surprise. I just wanted to say, too, this is my pink hazel bucket that is just luxurious and wonderful, and it's great for knitting sweaters. It's got all my yarn in it for the whole thing.
Love it.
Wax canvas. Beautiful fabrics.
Love
And
it.
that is amazing.
I have been doing a little more knitting. Let's
Do
show
you?
me
Well,
what
no,
you have.
you show me then, because it's your turn. I got something
yeah.
in here I want to share with you, though, later.
Okay. So after our video last week, I
Jodi.
stayed and cranked a couple of tubes.
This is sock time.
You guys, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Jodi. Yes.
This is, oh, you guys,
Stop the presses.
coloring book yarns. I know, I'm sorry you
Are
won't.
you sure?
No, it's
No.
lollipop yarns. It's called Stardust.
What?
And the mini is Speckles.
This is so fun.
So I couldn't have planned this if I wanted to. I had a bit of I had a glitch on the machine, so I had to stop early, and so this is as long as I could make them. So what I did, one end of the tube, I put the toe. The other end was basically exact. I put the other toe, cut it in half, and then the last thing was the heel.
Okay.
So nothing was planned. The heel was exactly in the middle of a stripe.
Yeah, that can be planned. That's
right?
That is the sock yarn gods smiling down on you and saying, "We bless these socks."
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I
these
felt
socks,
like that.
These socks were officially blessed. But look at it though; it's like you planned it. This is how you would have knitted. If you knit the sock top down,
Yes.
you would have cut in your heel right here.
Yes, I absolutely would have cut in my heel.
Jodi.
And I used the Kirby Werby Afterthought heel, which we've talked about a lot of times. We love it so much. And then
It's a video on YouTube. Go check it out.
It's, you guys, we can't say enough about it. We've talked about it before.
It was life-changing. It was knitting life-changing.
Yes.
Her technique.
Yes.
And she says, listen, this is not my technique. I'm just going to show you how I do it.
Right.
It will always be, to me, the Kirby Werby technique. So.
Just so you know, I've not weaved in ends. So you know, look at there's no gaps.
It is a perfect afterthought heel
Yes.
every time.
Yes.
And there's no tricks. There's no like, well, pick up this strand and knit it through the back loop and weave in your ends a certain way. It is just the technique. It's really, 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 really good.
Yeah.
Like I can't emphasize
say
how
enough.
great it is.
And Prairie Girl Susie,
Yes.
who is a designer, is she under the same name?
I think she's Prairie Girl Designs.
Prairie Girl
maybe?
Designs. I just Googled at the time
She's so fabulous.
rounded toe. And she has she's got lots of paid for patterns, but she does have a free pattern.
This is on Ravelry. You put in rounded toe.
No,
Oh,
Googled.
Google. Okay.
And then ended up with her free sock pattern, Prairie Girl Susie. We're going to link it in the show notes. I'll make a note of it on my list.
Okay.
But it was her free pattern, so nobody needs to purchase anything. But I love a rounded toe. I love the way it looks.
So, okay. So,
And
can
actually-
you just give me a little, like, roadmap how this is different
Okay,
from...
so I'll tell you quickly what it is like. You decrease, knit 2 rounds, 6 times.
So it's a more gentle slope.
gentle slope. And once you do that 6 times, the 3 will repeat 6 times.
So 18 rounds.
Then you just continue to decrease every round till you've got 10 on each knit, 20 stitches.
Gotcha.
And you get a bit of, you're right, a more gentle slope.
It's not that wedge toe that goes like this, but it'll go like this.
And that's just
Which
what
is
it's
kind
done.
of the shape of your foot.
And so that's what I've done here. I've cut in also my heel and used Susan B. Anderson's knit 5 rounds first
Yeah.
to get that length you need in the gusset. Is that what it's called? In the instep, in the heel.
Well, it's in your heel.
Right. So for the
It's depth of your heel.
yes. So once I cut in the stitches, once I cut in the heel, I am going to knit 5 or 6
Well,
rounds.
this is all in her pattern. So it's a paid for pattern,
Right, but that, yeah.
right? So,
Am I giving away too many secrets?
well, no, but I'm just going to give the name of the pattern too, because people should, what's the name of Susan's pattern again?
Smooth operator.
Smooth Operator, brain
Okay.
fart. I've only knit a jillion pairs of them.
Right.
Smooth Operator Socks by Susan B. Anderson is basically a workshop on knitting a vanilla sock, either on DPN's Magic Loop, but she does give you, it's an afterthought heel. And she also gives you so many ways to do it and so many tips and tricks. And one of them is this adding depth, which
Right.
to me changed the way like when I've done just an afterthought heel as it was written by somebody else, it did not fit. It did not feel well. They did not hug your whole heel.
I agree.
And this, like you're talking about, made a giant difference. So that's a pattern
Yes.
well worth having in your Ravelry library.
Yeah. And me having, Susan B. Anderson heel is different. So the tip I took from that was just the extra rows for
Yeah,
added depth.
yeah.
I think Miss Susan adds 5 rounds. I had 7.
Yeah.
You just have to play with the pattern.
And that's just like experience in knowing how you like
Yes.
your socks to fit. So it
And
can
I've
be
got
different.
a high instep. So
Totally.
I thought I needed a couple of extra
Totally.
rounds. And then I used Prairie Girl Susie's rounded toe
Yes.
in the heel.
And Cherie's Kirby Werby
Oh shit.
way to cut in the heel. Like it's
Look at all these kick-ass women coming together.
It's all this combinations of techniques, and now it's your perfect sock, and you never deviate. Like this is the way you do your sock all the time, right?
I absolutely do that every single.
Yeah.
But you're right, because it took me a long time.
Yeah.
And a lot of different socks.
I've knit a lot of heels and toes that I would never knit again.
And socks that fit fairly. Socks that fit nice.
Yes.
This is my ultimate recipe.
And
now.
that works for you.
Yes.
And other people, we're going to have other. That's why people say, you know, what's a good pattern for a beginner sock knitter? And what's your favorite heel? My favorite heel may not be your favorite heel. It may not fit you the same way. Right?
But if someone's asking.
But try it.
Yes.
Try a bunch.
If someone's asking, I do point them to Susan B. Anderson.
These are freaking fabulous.
Aren't they?
This color of yarn with the speckly stripes.
It looks like clouds.
And the giant bands of color. I love it. And you could imitate that too if you've got some speckled yarn at home.
You can do your own.
Just do your
You don't need self-striping.
So this is how many rounds of plain? Like a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's like 19 or 20. Between 18 and 20.
Yeah.
So if you want to do your own speckly pair that's similar, that would work.
And then this was the other tube. It's that fabulous, you guys. It's neon rainbow, and it's
so bright in person.
It's also from Lollipop Yarn.
What's that one called? And that one's sport weight, right?
Yeah, this was her beefcake base, I believe. Yes, which she calls 80-20, you guys. And it's 330 yards.
It is 80-20. That's what it's made of, but it's
but
right?
it's sport.
Like it's 80. Yes, but it's a thicker. It's not sock yarn. It's sport weight. Then
is 330 yards sport?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know.
Or a super like some people call it heavy fingering or whatever.
But I love it. I love it.
Jodi, it's so beautiful.
I have a few pairs. I wish this is going to show up better because it looks like these are neon stripes.
It's called Night Vision, which is hilarious because
so these little mindless things have been saving me this past week.
Totally. Okay, so I crank tubes too. You weren't here.
No. I hope you left the machine. I got to crank a tube today.
It's always set up.
Yes.
Okay, first tube. It's
Tracie.
not showing it on there how beautiful it is. This is Kirby Werby yarn, and I lost the tag, and so I sent her an emergency message this morning.
Did she get back to you?
Color? I don't think so. That's okay though, because I will figure it out and I will post about it and get the name for you. Her colors are amazing. This one is super happy and super bright. It's got a really long name.
Her names are
It's a
hilarious.
really long name.
And her colors are unexpected.
It's so bright.
Which I
So
love.
I have some minis from Flock Fiber that are like turquoise and orange. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Don't say anything because you're on the podcast.
Jodi.
No, I'm not showing your face. What is this yarn color?
What color is that?
That cool air, fresh water, and sweet acoustics.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Woo!
It's from Controls. It took me a second.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Okay, you're so funny. Thank you.
We wanted to say the name, so.
I love it so
Just
much.
Glad that I'm dry.
Okay, love you. Talk to you later.
Cool
Bye.
air, fresh water, and sweet acoustics.
I love that.
So she is someone that has no trouble naming things because
No.
they're all amazing.
Yes.
So that's going to be a pair of socks. And then I continued on with this one. This, I'm pretty sure, is my favorite cozy knitter.
I was just going to say that.
Favorite cozy knitter color.
Yes.
She's got a lot of great ones.
Yeah.
This one's called Celebrate the Night. I have both of these tags somewhere. They're both together. I don't know where they are. I'm sorry, but pretty sure that's what it is.
Oh, they're in the same spot all my lost tags are.
They're lost probably
Yeah.
forever, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So I love this cranking a vanilla tube and then adding in the sort of the extras. So we have a Erlbacher Gerhardt circular sock machine because people will ask. I don't know I'm sure there's lots of other people that make them. I don't know.
It is worth
It's
weight in
ass.
gold.
It's amazing.
It was a birthday gift 2 years ago.
It was a very
last year.
Amazing.
It's a shared gift, but let the record show it's at Tracie's house.
And
so I really didn't get a
share
gift.
it.
No, I'm just kidding. We've watched it. We've used it a lot.
Used it a lot. Shared it with our friend Amber. It's amazing. We really still have to figure out all the doodads that go with it, but it's beautiful. So that's gonna be my socks.
Okay,
one
you know
day.
what's funny?
What?
I had in my iMessage, in my texting, I had for somehow added the name Adela's name to my contractor Ralph's phone number. So yesterday I'm texting Adela, look at this fucking fabric. I sent a video. Thank God it wasn't like rude, inappropriate.
Ralph got it?
Ralph got it. And after about 4 or 5, he's like, I think you're texting the wrong person. I'm like, clearly. Good thing.
Nothing beats you sexting the kindergarten teacher.
Oh my God.
So it's never quite that bad.
Oh my God.
But the poor guy, he's like, can you imagine? He's trying to do work and he's getting all these silly fabric things.
You know what's really exciting that I just noticed on Instagram? Andrea Mowry is knitting with Lola Bean Yarn Co. yarn.
Wow. Beautiful.
And it's going to be color work, but
A sweater?
she's teasing a sweater.
Nice.
Yeah, that's exciting when you see
It is. She does some amazing
that
color
damn
work
Della.
designs. Somebody said, what do you do with these tubes?
Have you not been paying attention?
So you
Just
pick
kidding.
up stitches and you'll knit a cuff and then you end up, oh my gosh, that's such a good question. There's a pattern called Afterthought Everything on Ravelry, and it's got, it's the same idea. You just knit a big long tube, you knit a cuff, a big long tube and another cuff, and then it shows you how to cut in your heel and toe.
Yeah.
That might be something, I'll try and remember to link that. But you just knit a big vanilla tube and then make socks out of it. Super easy.
Yeah. You
Super
knit up
easy.
for a
And some dyers offer the service
of what?
of cranking tubes. Who's that?
Oh,
I love her yarn.
there are a couple
Freckled
of
Whimsy was doing it.
okay, but there's totally tubular socks on
Yes.
Instagram that's what they
That's
sell.
Right. That's right. I'm glad you
I
remember
don't
that.
know. I don't think she dyes the yarn.
No, I think you send her yarn.
Send
Or-
her yarn, or she'll send tubes that she's cranked.
Yes.
That is her business. She
So there are
sells tubes.
yeah, there are businesses
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
I do love that. Okay.
Tracie, I love that.
So that was my sock
much.
talk, and I have one more thing that I knit.
Okay.
Actually, the knitting content is over.
What?
I crochet now.
Who the F are you?
No. Crocheters will know that I don't really, once you see what I
Tracie,
did.
of course you're a crocheter if you've actually crocheted something.
Hey, I did it with a crochet hook.
Okay, can we just remind... Oh, you did.
Okay, these are BFF bangles.
I love it.
Good. These two are for you.
Tracie, I love them.
This is a super cute free pattern.
yes,
from-
you're a crocheter.
Okay, I'm nailing the crochet.
You were in the
I-cord.
club.
Okay, it's a crocheted
Look at
I-cord
these.
Jodi. Have you ever done that?
No, but maybe
It
now
was a
you're
little
gonna
bit-
put it in a pattern.
It was not tricky, but it was like a totally new skill for me. So it's a free pattern
yes.
by Van Ray Knits, who's Vanessa and fabulous, and she works for Knit Collage. But it's a crocheted I-cord using...
Would she like to use my photo for a
Right.
promotional?
Jodi is also a hand model for hire. This is using their Wildflower Yarn, which is just strips of cotton.
You can make
Beautiful
it.
cotton.
You guys, you can make
You
that
could
yourself.
totally make your own if you really
Yeah.
wanted to. But if you've been doing, if you don't want to waste a single centimeter of your
Yeah.
Knit Collage yarn, this was really fun. And Michael's had these.
Did you just put it on? Because yes. Okay, good. Because I was gonna say, did I not notice that this whole damn time?
No, I just put
okay.
it on.
Okay.
But these little tassels were in a little package from Michael's. There was like, I don't know, a dozen of mixed colors, and it does not take long. And the pattern, it gives you a thinner bangle and a thicker bangle. But I think there's lots you could do with a crocheted I-cord.
I do too.
Yeah.
And how fun.
It was big, like an 8mm hook. Doesn't
Wow.
take long.
But also, how fun would this be using up your yarn?
Yeah.
Marling, holding
Yes.
different weights together,
Yes.
different fibers together.
And it's a free pattern, which I think is fantastic, right? When people offer free patterns. So it was very fun to make. It's all
tassels.
cottony. You could put beads, or nothing.
Tracie, I love it.
I tied it and purposely left little ends
Yeah.
and then frayed them because I thought that looked cute.
Thank you. I love it so much.
You're welcome.
And
My
what
craft of the
Oh my
week.
God. You are nailing it.
I'm a crocheter now. I just want to say.
Oh!
I want to say hi, crochet peeps. I'm so happy to be with you.
Yes. Okay, so this is what I did, you guys. I said I did a whole bunch of knitting,
Jodi.
swatch knitting.
Okay, this is what it's come to. We used to knit sweaters. Now we knit swatches
Right.
and crochet bracelets.
This is actually a swatch just because I could see the way the yarn.
I love this sneak peek.
Yeah. So this I did offset rows.
Jodi.
This way I did, these are just all different ways and stitches.
That's
so
really beautiful.
see all the hat patterns that are coming?
You should do a little collection.
And then.
Wouldn't that be a good idea?
Whatever.
Or like
Collection.
an ebook.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And this was superwash forward.
Fuzz Fest. Fuzz. something.
This is mohair forward.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the difference and how
Yeah.
fun with same stitches.
Yeah, I love it.
So my next hat will be mohair forward, and I think it's going to be this one.
Let's see.
This one.
I love it.
Anyway, I mean, not all.
Love
Yeah,
it.
so I haven't completely decided, but the next one will be mohair forward. So that's what I did. This was a bit of knitting, right? Anyway.
Okay, so crocheters are saying welcome. Hi, crocheters.
There's a hazing period, and then there will be a questionnaire.
I feel like I'm gonna need a wrist guard because it's a totally different movement, hey?
Yes, it is a totally different movement.
Okay, I wanted to share another beautiful free pattern that just came out.
Yeah, I
I hope
love
you guys
it.
have seen it. Amanda Kafka, who is the Crafty Jackal. Speaking of good at naming,
Yes.
it's her Stand in the Gap colorwork hat. It's so beautiful. It is also free on Ravelry. We can all knit one up and let everybody know that you're standing in the gap, and which of course
That was beautiful.
there's links in the pattern too to Gigi's beautiful
Yeah.
video that tells
Yeah.
all about what it means to stand in the gap and why it's so important, and I think you will love it. I linked it in our show notes last week. I'll do it again this week.
I love
It
it
was
so
great.
much. I did have a question. What does superwash forward mean? I mean, I've switched the main color and the contrast color. So the main color will be the mohair,
merino.
mohair, and that will present in looking at the first stitch, and then the superwash will be in the back, the contrast color. So that's
Right.
just
I love
what
it.
it means. Yeah.
So anyway, this is, I believe, DK. Pretty sure it's DK. But I love it.
I love it too, Amanda.
Love it. And of course, I love the picture. And she chose the orange, which is so beautiful and reminiscent of Gigi herself, which I love. And I have this to share too. This is
Show.
this is another Stand in the Gap pattern.
I do love it, but I wanted one. I don't want to make it.
Jodi, if it was a kit, I would have bought it. At this point, this is by Brave Little Buckaroo, who is Tamsin. She's in Australia, and she's an amazing I don't want embroidery, cross stitch. I'm not sure.
Embroiderer.
Cross stitch for sure, but she does all kinds of stitching. This is a pattern that is raising funds for anti-racist charities. So you do pay for this pattern, and that is where all the profits are going. A couple summers ago, Tamsin sent us some of her work, which was amazing. And I still have it with me every single day. It is right beside me where I knit. This is her I Can't
I have that in my
Even.
office. I see it.
And then she did a beautiful Georgia We're Podcasting.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And yours said balls.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
Just one word.
So this is a craft that has intrigued me forever. I am definitely going to get...
Well, you bought everything to do it.
I don't have black fabric.
Oh.
So I want black. Look how it pops on the black. I really love
I know,
that.
but I think with the colors you have, with the light background too.
Don't talk me out of it, Jodi.
Oh, are you going to do orange?
I have a plan.
Okay.
I have a plan.
Got it.
It's to copy. My plan is to copy this.
Awesome. Own it though. You're good.
I don't know. Stitching's been like on my brain.
I think if you like crafting like we do,
Yeah.
you're gonna like all that, like
I think
paper
so.
crafts,
all the color and texture.
fiber. Yes.
And when I was shopping this week, I was shopping at Stash Lounge in Calgary online. But I did buy this book called Hoop Dreams.
It's beautiful.
And it's all these embroidery projects. Like, look at the little zipper pouch with embroidered lipstick and like adding embroidery to your jacket or super cute things. It's got tons of projects and a stitch dictionary at the back. So for people like me that know nothing but really want to make something like this, it's like beginner friendly is what I want to say.
What a beautiful book.
It is a really nice book. Look at this. Just super simple.
Oh, see, I want that hanging in my office.
See?
But I don't want to make it.
Jodi, it might be fun.
No, it would be fun.
The photography's beautiful. And look,
Yeah.
here's one that's little wildflowers. I super, super love it. So,
I super love it.
Hoop Dreams, 20 beautiful projects. And it's got all these templates in the back. You don't have to do anything yourself. Like, it's all in there. Look at this teensy-weensy, like, necklace thing.
I know, they're cute.
I don't know. I just thought it was really beautiful. So that all kind of went together this week.
It is beautiful.
Didn't have tons of knitting either, so.
Right. Yeah, I don't have a ton. Row one yarn in the house.
Row one! What?
Okay.
What?
So thank you, Row One, for sponsoring our podcast. We talk about these carnival of colors because we love it so much.
Yes.
Each month it's a subscription and you buy it on a monthly basis, and it is a surprise. It comes to you packaged in a beautiful muslin bag, and every color is pre-wound and labeled with the mystery dyer for that month. You will not be disappointed. You're getting 10 colors. You're getting everyone pre-wound.
Yeah.
And named in case you love it so much you needed to contact the dyer to get full skeins.
I imagine people having like a big basket and you just dump this in your basket every month. And when you're going to do your scrappy project, like a blanket or socks or who knows what you're doing, maybe you're doing a habitation throw by Helen Stewart, or maybe you're doing a big shawl. You grab these little nuggets and you know right away.
Okay.
It's wound and here's the dyer and here's the colorway. So you never... To me, sometimes I lose, it's not like a mini skein, which I love, but sometimes I avoid winding just because I'm like, oh, I'll find something that's wound. So this to me is like knitter's crack or crafter's crack. Like, it's just so fabulous and addictive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not for this exact pair because it happens to be sport weight, but if this wasn't, the mini for this one is black.
Yeah.
And for me, putting a speckle with a self-striping yarn is the perfect combination.
It's so fun.
So had this not been sport, I'd be pulling this to knit my heels and toes.
Totally.
I just think that's fun.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I think a scrappy blanket, it's just like you're like, I want that embroidery, but I don't want to do it. I just want it. I want a scrappy blanket. I just don't want to do it. I just think all that time I'm going to have to one day because I love them so much.
I know. And you know, Trace, a scrappy blanket, you could work on it for 15 minutes a week.
You're right. You're right.
And then a year later, it's done.
You are...
It is a long-term commitment.
You're super, super smart girl.
Put it in a basket by your chair, and you give it love once or twice a week just for a few minutes.
You're right.
Don't commit to having it done.
I think, too, with a big project, you take it in little bite-sized, like, just like you're saying, oh my gosh, it's going to take forever to make this giant blanket.
It will.
You know what? One stripe at a time. Yeah. One mini at a time.
Reframe.
Yeah.
Think of it as a long-term goal, but you can't wait to use it.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Who are you?
Tracy, I'm listening and learning.
The wisdom coming off this girl. I don't know who she is.
Thank you for noticing.
Okay, we have something else exciting that is our giveaway this week.
What is it?
And it's very beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry, giveaway people. Your kit is going to be mailed tomorrow.
Yeah. And I drew our names, our 11 winners for the beautiful Pride yarn and all the Pride pom-poms. So if you entered that, go back to Ravelry later today and I'll earburn everybody. I just drew those names. So you'll all get your little packages very soon.
Yes, that's fun.
We'll put them in the mail very soon.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
So today we're sharing another kit from You Knit, which is a beautiful store in Toronto. I was doing a little like visual tour on their Instagram and on their website, and it's not just a knitting shop. She's got fabric and
I didn't actually know
other
that.
crafting things. So I mean, it's one of those places.
I bet you embroidery.
Perhaps. And felting, I think.
Yes. Oh, I do love felting.
So Claudia is the proprietress of this beautiful store. And she has sent us some shawls to sponsor giveaways. So we really, really appreciate.
Do you remember the fox children's sweater and the yarn? This was also Claudia.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this kit is her bias shawl. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's very simple and elegant. And it's a pattern. I couldn't see where you could just get the pattern. The pattern is I believe it comes with the kit, and there are some things like that where that's just the way it is.
Really? I've never heard that.
Yeah, oh no. There's another dyer that I know of that her patterns aren't available on Ravelry. You have to buy her yarn and you get the pattern with the kit.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, but this kit is amazing. So this is what we're going to give away this time.
This kit is amazing, you guys.
And she has sent the yarn that she designed it in, which is Shibui yarn. And it's very, very luxurious. It's done in her Shibui Silk Cloud, which is the mohair silk, and her pebble yarn, which is merino silk cashmere. It is really beautiful. So this wrap is going to be a very luxurious,
another item I don't want to knit, but would love to wear. You guys,
relaxing thing to knit.
And Shibui is not a budget-friendly yarn.
Right.
So
It's an indulgent, beautiful,
yeah. So
stunning yarn.
Look at the different fibers. There's like this,
Well,
and then this.
the mohair, and then the pebble. So
oh my God.
Here, you've got such better reach than I do, but show what those look like. Pebble is actually, I think, my favorite Shibui yarn. It is
knocked over the whole table.
It is 48% silk, 36% fine merino, 16% cashmere. It's very light. It's almost like heavy lace.
Yeah.
But it's so soft and beautiful. Lots of
Wow.
patterns. You double strand it just to make it a little bit heavier, but it's very, very soft.
And this bone color with the navy,
So
you guys.
bone,
Oh no,
and
it's
this
not
is
navy.
graphite, which is a blue-based gray. It's gray, but it does lean that steely blue color. So this kit has a value of almost $200. I think it's $195. I know. So thank you to You Knit for sending that out. This is going to make someone's day amazing.
We love supporting other
Amazing.
Canadian makers.
Yeah.
We think that this shawl pattern is amazing.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very elegant.
Wow.
And she sent this cute little woolly lamb.
I want to keep that.
I know, it's so cute, isn't it?
No,
You
for
can't-
realsies.
No, you got the cat.
I did get the cat.
She sent a few extra, and I kept a dog, and Jodi kept the cat.
Thank you.
They're so cute. And so there's a little fox that's going with the fox sweater kit, which we haven't mailed yet either, but I'm going to. Gosh, I forgot about that. Shoot. It's been a busy week. I will do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get those mailing things out tomorrow. So thank you, Claudia. I hope, now when we go to Toronto, we have to go to You Knit because
It's beautiful.
it looks like
I love
gorgeous
visiting
store.
other yarn shops.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap that up. So what should our question be? What should our question be? Last week was a Pride themed giveaway, which was awesome.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, happy June. But we should think of something, maybe something you've learned with this anti-racism talk, something that
Or a great resource.
maybe a resource that you've loved. That's what it's going to be.
Give
Something
a little
like that.
insight on your what's
Something
yeah.
like that. Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was exciting, right?
That's a beautiful giveaway.
Beautiful, elegant shawl.
Wowsies.
I feel like that would
Okay.
be a good thing to start knitting and give it to someone for Christmas or something, or holiday time, or just keep it for yourself.
Well, I think so. I'm a selfish knitter. This is your sock kit. There's none in the shop. There's none in the shop.
I was so happy to get this. Look at it.
Mackenzie's moving.
Mackenzie's moving.
She's moving out. They're moving out. It's a good thing. They're super excited.
Young adults. That's the thing.
Yeah, they don't want to live with their mom. Actually, that's not true. My other two, that's turning 20, Jordan. I'm not sure that she'll ever move out. I love her to death.
I feel the same way about Georgia.
Yeah,
I'm in no rush.
I'm in no rush
I
either.
want everybody to do it when that's
Yeah.
what they want to do, and as long as it's harmonious in the family, I have no issue.
Yeah.
Like, great.
And Mackenzie needed support this year with mental health. She went off she felt great. They felt great, went off medication and kind of
Yeah.
needed some more support.
I mean, you're always here. We are always here
Yeah.
for our kids.
So
Doesn't matter what
this
age they
7
are.
months has been terrific for them.
Yeah.
And they've gotten on their feet. Things are really great, and they're really excited.
Good.
They got
I
a
wanna
house.
ask you about that.
Do you remember where Baba Daniluk used to live by the stadium?
Jeff's grandma used to live over there.
Like, I can basically see Baba Daniluk's old house.
Wow.
I went yesterday.
It's a really
is
old neighborhood in the
adorable.
city. Old, established,
But
little, quaint, cute houses.
But boy, are those streets and houses well kept.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
New houses going up.
Are there?
Yes. So they're super excited. They're moving this weekend. So
Wow.
they will bring back this cigar. They called it cigar something.
It's amazing.
So they'll bring it back.
It
but
has a lot of burgundy in it.
it's called mauve. Something mauve.
Okay.
Plum. I don't know. Something.
So it's a gorgeous fingering weight sock set, 80/20, and then it's got the 20-gram mini, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
So again, I'm moving them again. Like helping just a couple of times.
Oy.
Moving is
is
awful.
one of the worst jobs. It's very, very labor intensive.
Yeah, so that was going to be the little bit of what's going on in my
Okay.
world.
Well,
this
that's
weekend.
a big one. That's a big thing.
Yes, I'm excited because they're excited. Like,
Good.
it's all good.
Good.
This is a really good thing.
Good.
Our relationship was 20 times better when we didn't live together.
There you go. And that's 100%
Yeah.
fine.
Yes, it is.
And knowing that to preserve the relationship
yes.
is really
and
important.
I said to them, I'm really excited that you're excited. I'm excited to get back to where we were 7 months ago. Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I nitpick.
You're sick of me.
She's sick.
I'm
they're
having
sick.
issues. Like, I don't want to live in a house where we're nitpicking and snarking at each other.
And that's what I'm
not
doing.
The environment.
And I'm
I
being
wanna live in.
passive aggressive. I'm like, that's what you're going to do right now? Like,
It's the stress and stuff is turning
Right?
you into someone you don't want to be.
I'm not loving who I am being
Yeah.
her.
Right.
They're an adult, but I'm still thinking that they're a child. Like,
It's a
I'm having
complicated
trouble
thing.
separating that.
It is a very complicated thing being a parent of an adult child because it is complicated. They're always that 4-year-old. It's not far from your mind that they were that 4-year-old, right?
And I don't stop myself
And you want to
before I-
respect them. You do
Yes.
respect them.
And I don't stop myself before I say, well, can you do your laundry? Like stupid things. Like,
Yeah.
can you, like, anyway. So
You
this
have
is,
to pick your battles for sure. For sure.
so I'm super excited.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for them because
Yeah.
there's nothing more exciting than doing something big, like
I love
making your own home and having your own business and starting this life of productivity as an adult and something that you creative that you love that you're creating yourself.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big
And
deal.
I'm super glad we recognize that they're better living outside of the home.
Yeah.
Happily, before we get to a place where
I don't want
too
to
many
talk to you.
things
Yeah.
have been said or hurt or stuff. I catch myself being a bitch sometimes. It's
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't normally say that.
Right. And it's
So-
not your true
No.
It's not how you really feel. You're just
Yeah.
in a position that's
Yeah.
stressing you out.
And Mackenzie's basement is unfinished. It's like
Oh.
concrete floors, concrete walls, the washing machine and dryer. So Shane's going to put in a deep, like just a plastic, what are those,
Like a-
laundry sinks?
Yep.
And they're going to have their dye space there.
That's perfect.
Oh.
How much better could that be?
Yes, it's all happening for
so
a reason.
perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
feel
you know,
like
I'm a better parent to them when they're not at my house.
But you know what, Jodi? That is such a sign of, I think, a great parent, that you're taking their feelings
Yes.
into consideration, your love, and then your stress, and just putting it all together and going, I don't want to hate, or I don't want to have a damage our relationship
I
beyond.
don't, because
No.
it happens.
To preserve it, I want us to be,
Yes.
let's go to our respective corners and come together and love each
Because
other.
we will randomly meet for lunch. I'll go over for an hour
Right.
visit. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? It's
Yes.
like, anyway, so that's what
I
I'm
love.
excited to get back to that.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
That's
What's
great.
next?
Nothing. Thank you for bringing
Okay.
my home delivery
Yes.
Etsy.
Yeah,
I really love this color.
Yeah.
It's very rich.
I do. I think
Super goldy. I love it. It's very autumny
it's
to me.
tobacco.
Very
It's a very
autumny.
autumn
Yeah,
color.
I
Yeah.
love it. And fall's my favorite.
Right. You can't get
My
that out of your blood
favorite.
when
I
it's your
love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So we have a couple of fun things to share. I see some amazing Mrs. Brown's bags. This is amazing.
is this not ridiculous?
Jodi.
So I have two sizes, you guys. This is the City So Nice they named it twice. Lola Bean yarn.
Jodi.
This is a bucket tote.
Good Lord.
This is the larger size bucket tote.
Look at the speckles.
Well, this is all Adela,
But
right?
I know, but how does she do that?
Right. So this fabric turned out
Holy.
really beautiful.
Jodi, I love the black handle. This is like swoon worthy.
I thought so, actually.
Yes.
It's one of those colors that you think it's got everybody's favorite color in it, and everything together, it just sings.
How do you speckle like that where it doesn't all get to be a big muddy mess? Like that's just,
It's very
the
low,
talent.
little bit of water.
well, whatever. Adela's a genius. We all know it. I need to cast on my first ever skein of Lola Bean yarn. I tend to I just treasure and then leave it and think, oh,
I know.
but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna knit it.
Then you can wear and
Yeah.
use whatever you.
And that joy is an important thing.
I agree.
I love it. I need it. Yeah.
So what I have done is I've listed a bunch of these and a few of these. But once they sell, I knew I wouldn't, everyone I think is going to have such a positive response to this. I will be putting a pre-order up after these first batch of fabric is gone.
Okay.
So I love it so much.
And it's your beautiful denim that I
Yeah.
love.
You can you can have one.
No, I want to buy one.
No, you're not going to buy one.
I'm totally
No,
buying
I'll
it,
refund
but I
you
will-
one, so save me the effort. Save me the effort. I will refund you. So pick which one you want.
I love you.
Or both.
No, I don't want both.
Yeah, you kind of
I
might.
mean, I'm a pig, but
You can have both.
No, I'm not keeping both. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Okay, can I keep the drawstring?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Jodi, thank you.
You're so
I
welcome.
totally was gonna buy one.
I know.
I'm just
Save
gonna
me the effort
I'm
of
slipping
refunding
money
you.
in your purse.
You're not,
Yes, I am.
actually.
Only because I value your work
I know. I know you do.
a lot.
I know.
Yeah, I think what you do
But
is
if
amazing.
I can't hook a sister up with a bag,
I know, but what do I have
Right?
to do? I know.
anyway, it goes back and forth. You treat me with. You know what else I did get, you guys? Oh,
What?
someone tagged me, coloring book yarn.
Oh yeah.
Did you see
She's
that?
No.
Rainbow,
Yarn's amazing.
Rainbow hexies.
Oh.
So
Okay. Show me. I have no business doing this, but it made me so joyful to do it. I managed to snag a skein of Gauge Dye Works Rainbow.
she had an update.
So I thought we could split it, or if you want it, you can have it.
No,
or
remember
whatever.
I bought it.
You bought it?
Remember I bought it and I never showed it,
never
but I
showed
told you about it.
Okay, well then now I'm good. Now we both have one.
Yeah, don't
I
feel
have
bad.
no business doing it. I am so addicted. I don't know what it is about self-striping yarn. It's a collector's item for me. I love it, and Kat is just a huge favorite, and I think she's amazing.
But I do
I'll
have-
share it with you when I get it. Did you? You never brought yours?
No, but I did talk about it.
Bring
Remember,
it
and I
we'll
said,
make tubes. And
yeah, but that's what I'm gonna do. But to be fair, Gage is probably in your top 3 sock stripers.
she's
Way up
love her.
there.
I love it, and part of the reason I have such a collection is because she was a vendor at Knit City.
Yeah.
So you go to Knit City, and
That's
I
how we met
picked
Kat.
out.
Kat and
Picked out
her team.
everybody in
We
that
love
booth.
them.
Yeah,
We're
she is a really, she does self-striping shawl yarn. She's really
Yeah.
special. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And her little kids, I have a baby sweater ball of yarn from her,
So do I.
which I love.
So do I.
But it's like a whole sweater in one ball of yarn with a self-striping yoke.
Well,
That's really amazing. That
Well,
fries my mind.
oh my God, I'm experiencing some menopausal symptoms where I was skipping my cycle and thought I was pregnant. No, but I didn't. Maybe I'm going to be knitting it for mine.
If you have a baby, I'll hook you up with a sweater.
No, I'm not. But let me tell you, it was a thought. Am I? Am I not? One day we'll be knitting for babies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. We both loved
Oh,
being pregnant, having babies, having toddlers. It seems like a long time ago now.
yeah.
I had a moment yesterday where someone was like, well, how old are you? We're in your 40s? And you think, oh, okay, I'm having a good day. And then I said, no, I'm going to be 51 right away. And he goes, oh, you're 2 years younger than my mom. Wah, wah. Like, you went from like,
You burst my bubble.
and who cares? I really don't care about my age, but
Don't tell me I'm your mother's age.
It was a funny moment, and I thought to myself later, why do you even care? Why do you even care that you're 2 years younger than his mom? Because I really don't, but it did just kind of like, huh,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's so funny.
Whatever.
I've been TikToking a lot.
You've been TikToking? I want to.
I haven't actually been posting videos, but I've fallen down the TikTok hole.
Okay.
And
I love when you send me TikTok, so keep them coming.
I think they're hilarious. Actually, I kept sending them to Amber and Tracy. We have a group text, and then I realized it's after 11:30.
I don't care. Send me
Okay, good.
anything, anytime.
Because I turn my phone off at night, but
Mhm.
some people don't. So I'm
I
thinking
do.
these ladies get up really early, so I'm hopefully not waking them up.
No.
But I'm
Keep 'em
finding
coming.
myself very attracted to a lot of lesbians. You should see 25-year-olds. It seems it's a big group of really cute young guys with no shirts, and that's what TikTok is. And really beautiful lesbian women.
I was gonna say, you just said lesbians.
That's what it,
The videos you send me are amazing
yes.
and hysterical. They usually, they're always funny. They're
Okay,
always funny.
there's a
so
For
they make
You,
me laugh.
there's a For You page, and it feels like my For You page is 25-year-old
So
men.
is that because you're liking all these other ones?
Could be.
I think so, right?
right,
That's how it.
right. And all these beautiful women. It's just like
Well, that guy. Okay, I don't know which one it was, but
the shot collar.
and he was no. The shot collar ones aren't my favorite, but the guy that was going on and on, he was talking so fast you could hardly. I loved him.
Yes.
Loved him.
Today's outfit
shoot.
idea starts.
Actually,
Anyway.
actually, people should tag us in funny stuff like that. 'Cause
I love
it's
that.
Fun to share. Fun to share.
Anyway,
Newsflash: Lady Dye Yarns just opened up a Hamilton yarn club.
I know.
What? She's queen of the yarn clubs. She has amazing yarn clubs.
I love a good yarn club. I love a good theme.
Yeah.
When you know your dyer is
And her clubs always include other makers, right? So there'll be a bag
Yes.
maker, there'll be a stitch marker maker, there'll be,
I love it so
and
much.
she does mystery. She's got a mystery knit along, mystery crochet along coming this summer. She's always got something
Lady Dye Yarn
happening
rocks.
in her shop, and she calls herself a craftivist. Very often, it's an activist thing. You're
Yeah.
raising money for racial injustices and all.
Well, that's
kinds of things
exactly
like
what
that.
we love to put our money towards,
It's
right?
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait for you to meet her.
Really?
Yes, it was amazing being able to talk to her.
I've been welcomed to the lesbian club by another lesbian.
Have you?
Yeah. It's funny. It sounds weird when I say that, but there's I'm clearly not the demographic. I mean, you know what I find super funny?
I just feel like-
These plus 30s and plus 40 women making these funny videos. It's just like, I know I'm not the demographic, but this is my attempt,
Right.
and they're hilarious.
Right.
Right?
And it takes balls
Yes.
to get out there and do those funny things.
It's all these beautiful
Yeah, I am
people.
with you. I am totally with you on that.
I mean, there's people winking at me. Tracie, you wait and see.
On behalf of the gay girls, welcome. Aww.
Where if I knew how to do this, I'd find a couple of these videos that I've favorited.
Well, yes. And most of them are just too funny, right? Too funny.
This, oh my God, this sounds hilarious. There was this brother and sister. They put on this little like a vibrating
Oh,
shock
yes.
collar, and they have it on the lowest setting, so it's totally safe. But
It's for a big dog.
it's for a big
It's a
dog.
big
It's
one.
vibrating. It's not the ones that's like, it's not like a taser, or maybe it is. I don't know. But it's so funny. But the person wearing the collar goes to the drive-through, and the person in the passenger seat has the bzz, bzz, and they try and order. They put the car in park while they're
It's
ordering.
Crazy.
And so
I would
it's
pee my pants like right away.
right. And then the one where the sister goes to get the Coke and he zips it, and she squeezes it. There's Coke. I'm sorry. That has brought me.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's so silly. It makes no sense. But every single time, there's a laugh.
hysterical.
It feels good to laugh.
It is funny. Yeah.
It does feel good to laugh. Okay, so here's something that's really exciting. We have been asked to be guests, which is so sweet.
I know.
Tomorrow morning, we're getting up early, and we are going to be on a Zoom call. Sheila of Urban Girl Yarns is doing these community get-togethers, and she's had some in the past already, and she said, will you guys come on and talk about your Grocery Girls experience and how it started and your journey, and it's just a bunch of people that are going to be able to sit there. You can ask questions. I'm really excited about it.
Sheila, do you know what time 10 a.m. is Mountain Standard Time?
I know. It is actually earlier than I thought it was going to be.
Tracie's like, good news, bad news text. And I'm like, oh. Good news
It's more good news.
It's more good news.
So we're really thrilled to be able to meet a bunch of you tomorrow. Go to
I
Urban
thought that was
Girl
hilarious.
Yarns. We have a post. Urban Girl Yarns have a post. It is an open Zoom meeting. I don't know how many people she's allowed to have.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
So go in there early and request to be in the meeting, because she'll have to invite you all in. Like, click on everybody.
I think she's here.
No, is she?
Is that Urban Yarns when it says that?
Urban Girl.
I know,
Urban
but
Girl. She's out in
for some reason,
Virginia area.
Sheila. Well, I'm super excited. So, Sheila, I don't get up at 7:15 for everybody. Actually, it's rare nowadays.
There's no socializing for Jodi happening before.
So, but I'm really happy. We're going to hopefully sit outside. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, you think?
Even
Sure.
early, the birds will be chirping.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is a Zoom meeting. I might be in my pajamas. I might not.
That
No,
wouldn't be
I'll
the
probably
worst.
put a shirt on. A real shirt.
And the pajama bottoms.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good compromise, right?
Yeah. What sweater are you wearing?
I don't know. I have a bunch that I need to wash.
You don't remember the sweater you're wearing?
Oh, this one? I thought you meant for
Oh.
tomorrow. Like, what are you going to wear? I don't know.
Okay. I'm sure people might ask about this.
I'm wearing Calyx. Calyx by Elizabeth Doherty. I have a project page. I loved knitting it. And it's a linen blend. I knit it with the Shibui yarn that it was designed with.
Nice. The
I love
color is
it.
amazing.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
I love it.
I love wearing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else going on? Somebody says I'm going to be totally in my pajamas. They're going to come tomorrow. Will there be a replay at Zoom? You are asked. I have no clue. I haven't heard anything about replay possibilities. I don't think so. But I could be wrong.
Oh, okay, you guys. Just a second. I'm going to show this. This is
Who is that?
a beautiful lesbian.
Yeah.
I know they probably don't want to be identified as that, but this is what I'm talking about, you guys.
Somebody said hi from Israel. It's almost
Hi.
bedtime. Hello.
So I'm going to go into YouTube so I can maybe answer any questions if anyone's got.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
one
have
more thing.
We have
We
one
do.
more thing to share and get excited. We hope you get excited as we are, because this is a big deal for us.
Our good friend Max this year is a graphic designer and an artist and an author. He's got a lot of tags at the end of his name.
He's an amazing illustrator.
Yes.
And he's a great person.
Yeah. Les Garçons is Vincent and Max's brand, and there's a lot of things under that umbrella, but we were approached by Max to have him design an enamel pin for us, on behalf of us, that looks like us. So this
something we can sell in our shop.
Yes.
Which was so amazing.
Her name is Muffy the Beaver.
I was going to say maybe we should have a naming contest.
No. What better name is Muffy the Beaver?
Well, I was just joking, but and then Max does all these beautiful characters of like animals and sort of, what is that called when you personify them? I guess they look like people. So we said to him right away, it has to be a beaver. We really need her to be a beaver, if that's okay. And his style is just so sweet.
Oh,
and
I love it so much.
Endearing. Like, I just love his style. I think he does amazing things. So she is a beaver. She's got a gorgeous Mrs. Brown's bag at her side.
Yeah.
She's knitting a on the porch sock, which was my pattern, and she's wearing one of Jodi's hat patterns. And she's got her glasses on.
And a pom-pom. Meet Muffy.
She is fabulous.
Yeah.
And we're in love with her. She comes as a progress keeper and as an enamel pin.
I don't use dangly progress keepers, but what I do with these ones that I love is clip them on a bag zipper.
You can do that. You can also clip them on a stitch marker. Like, clip them on a ring stitch marker, and you can use it as a stitch marker if you're not a progress keeper person. But she is fabulous. Mm-hmm. She's so beautiful.
I would like to
we can't thank Max enough for this amazing work. It's a big deal.
It is a very big deal. I would like
to
put this beaver on everything.
Right.
But
and what I love is he's even branded it. He's got our little grocery girls there, Les Garçons times the grocery girls. So it's very.
I would love to get a canvas printed sock sack.
Yeah.
I think
I would love her.
Muffy needs to be on a lot of things.
Yeah.
These will be on our shop. Could I later today?
Like, no,
later?
I've got to do some photographing of some other things. Do you want to do it? Can we do it tomorrow?
No, let's do it for next week. We're showing it today. We're doing a little tease. They're going to be on our shop next week.
There's a couple of things that need to be photographed, but we do have some really fun things
coming.
New things that have never been in our shop before.
Yes.
That are going to be coming in, and we're going to order some things too that we think you guys, well, you have been asking for them. So we're going to bring them in this summer. So that shouldn't take very long either.
No, it shouldn't.
But this is so wonderful. So thank you, Max and Vincent under Les Garçons. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we love it. We just received them yesterday.
I do love the name Muffy.
Yeah. She's Muffy. Muffy the Beaver. Muffy the Hairy Beaver.
Oh my God. If you have... She's so cute.
Urban Yarn. That's not Sheila, is it?
I don't think so.
No, it isn't.
She's
Sheila.
Urban Girl Yarns.
We need Muffy color work. Yes, we do, Jellyfish. Urban said your birch tree is beautiful in the back. It is.
You know what? It was a stick, like the tiniest stick when we moved into our yard. It was nothing. I love this tree. I love it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, and then maybe we'll let you get on with your day.
Christy would like to know how I altered my neckline.
For what?
This, for my love note. This would fall into the category of make a Ravelry page, wouldn't it?
I don't know. What did you do?
I decreased extra stitches. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
That's the trouble. Oh, you know what I did? This is what I did. I knit the pattern, and before I started the ribbing that would end the neckline, I knit an extra inch and decreased 8 more stitches.
Okay.
Decreased another 8 stitches evenly around and knit an extra inch so it would bring the neckline up a little bit.
How do you make time for yourself, for your craft, that doesn't interfere with your family? I've heard of people saying that their family gets frustrated with them knitting all the time. Like if you're sitting watching TV, they want you to
But
not be knitting. My family's not like that. They honestly, when we leave the house, well, when we were able to leave the house, they're saying, Mom, do you have your knitting? They know I bring it everywhere. I craft all the time. Like I'm always knitting if we're sitting outside and doing something. They just don't mind. I'm always knitting in the evening when I'm watching things with my husband.
yeah,
They don't mind. What about you?
mine don't mind either. It's
Yeah.
not like like I'm engaged
Right.
still. Like I'm engaging in conversation.
Right. I'm not knitting something complicated. Like it's stockinette. I can knit it and talk to you and listen to you and have a conversation with you.
And you know what Shane always says? I just like you to be close. I
Yeah,
like you to come.
exactly.
I like you to be knitting, but come do it in the same room I'm in.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been I think it is much more challenging when you have young children to find because they demand all like your attention and you have to be
It's
doing
different
things.
because my kids
It's
are older.
different. It is much different. So
Um,
I knit in line at the grocery store. Yes.
it
I have a
drives
sock
them-
in my purse all the time.
Why does it drive them nuts? Are you ignoring them and not doing anything but knitting? I don't know. Sorry, Dragon Horde, just condition them to expect.
I just think it's worth a conversation about telling him what it does for you mentally, like what it is to you, as you know, helping you. It's so relaxing and soothing, and it's more than
So-
just knitting a sock or a hat or whatever. It's so much more than that.
What would be happening if you weren't knitting? Would you just be sitting doing nothing? Or do they expect you to do something different?
I guess it
That's what
depends
I'm
on how
wondering.
much you have to concentrate on what you're working on. Right? Like if you're like, shh, I'm counting.
No,
That could be annoying.
that's not my kind of knitting.
And we all have to do those things at some point, but when I'm with family, I would do easy stuff, right?
Yes, we will have a thermal tumbler in the shop. It won't be the gray one because that was exclusive to our kit, but it will be other colors that you're going to want
Yeah.
just as much.
We're going to offer a new version, which we hope you love just as much. We love it.
Yeah. He doesn't want other people to see me knitting. Really? I'm so
Huh.
sorry for that.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always had such a good experience when I'm out in public knitting and people that you don't know. Like it's always like an eyebrow raise and a big eyes going, hey, well, first of all, they'll say, is that crochet? And then you're like, no. But I've had lots of people with positive response like, oh, you know, my grandma used to knit for me. My mom used to knit. I wish I knew how to knit. And that's when I tell them it's easier than you think. Take a class. Here's a resource.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other ones? One of my friends equates knitting in public to breastfeeding, which also, why would they have an
Weird.
issue with that?
What do you think our boomies were made for?
Right.
Tumbler with Muffy on it.
Well, that would be amazing. We're going to have to talk to our fantastic,
Designer.
yes.
Oh! So I showed my logo, right?
Yes.
And so Jill did me this little, she designed an insert because I wanted a picture of my fabric on a postcard on one side and then a thank you, just a little
course.
something. And I ordered that
Did
today.
you?
Yes.
Good.
She was so great to work with.
Somebody said, are you going to be knitting in public in Worldwide Knit in Public Day?
Yes.
Well, where are you going to go? We're not going anywhere lately.
Right.
I mean, I'll knit outside. I guess you could go to a park. I love the idea of Worldwide Knit in Public Day. I love the idea of bringing our craft out for the world to see. But honestly, I'm really serious about coronavirus and doing our part to not spread it. So I don't know that I'll be out anywhere, to be honest with you. Do I like romance books? Yes.
Oh, I'm a sucker for a Nicholas.
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
like most kinds of books.
Therese has a friend who says it's embarrassing to knit while in public with her. Well, she's not your real friend.
Yeah, I do have an issue with that they're judging you because you're just knitting. I don't get that. I don't get how it has to be a reflection on them that you are being creative and just doing this. I don't get that. You know who would have a great thing to say about that is Stephanie Pearl McPhee. She always has the best. She's always has great things to
quick-witted.
say. Yeah.
There isn't any place I wouldn't bring my knitting out, you guys. Gosh. Will I be making masks? No. I attempted. Do you know how many bad masks I've sewn in the last
Really?
3 months? Um,
Yeah, I've been using disposable ones actually. The only time she doesn't knit is when she's on the back of her motorcycle. Okay, that's probably a good spot to not knit.
you might want to be
Oh.
holding on.
But even when we were away on holiday, like I would have it with me when you're waiting for food. You know, you're chatting at a restaurant and I'm just kind of working on a plain sock at the table. I guess I'm grateful that my family doesn't have issues with it because that would put you in a very difficult position. I don't want to fight with my husband.
I don't want to have to get divorced.
But it's important to me too.
Because I will. I will. So
Maybe you can marry a fabulous gay guy and who loves knitting.
ultimate dream. For sure. But let me tell you, my husband even says, don't forget your knitting.
Right?
What are you knitting?
Right.
Show me what you're knitting.
And we will
That-
take it to like when we could have family dinners, we would take them every Sunday. Mom and dad want to see what we're knitting.
You guys, I'm so sorry you're meant to
It
feel
makes
like
me
knitting's not...
sad that
that's
you guys are
frustrating.
having that issue.
I love knitting so much. Is row 1 fiber all the same dyer or 10 different ones? Each month, it's the same dyer. All 10 samples are from one dyer, but every month is a new dyer.
Somebody said, I told my boyfriend about what knitting means to me, and he was like, that sounds like an addiction. Do you think you should talk to somebody for that? And there's definitely, I do think there's an element of that. It is an addiction for sure. But I don't know, is the addiction the knitting or being creative or the color or the texture or the dexterity, like moving your hand? What is, I don't know.
It's the
But
making.
I actually think it is a huge thing for mental health. I think it is that thing that if I don't do it every day, I feel like I would suffer with my mental health. I think it is a stress buster.
And when I was kind of nursing my little bit of strain on my arm this past year, I would sit and thought, God, I'm bored. What did I do before I knit?
Yeah, right. I read a lot more. I would just read more hours.
That's
and
right.
I would go to the bookstore and I would
read
buy
a
more
book.
books.
Yeah.
But trust me, I've been there where I was embarrassed to knit in public. I've been there. I remember hiding my little basket of knitting when I knew someone was coming over. I remember those days because I
Really?
also didn't know anybody else that knit. And there was this prejudging of only grannies knit, you know. And now that as soon as I was like comfortable and meeting more people that all these different age ranges, way younger, way older, and becoming friendly with people that just had your same, it is addictive. I know that. But as soon as you were all sort of realizing you were all so similar,
Yes.
and I just felt more confident saying, yeah, I do. I knit. What do you
I'm
knit?
so grateful for this craft
Yeah.
and the opportunities and the people I've met.
Totally.
Right?
Yes. 100%. 100%. It's so nice to have these little conversations with you guys. I think there is knitting etiquette as well as cell phone etiquette.
I disagree.
To
To a point.
I think with the cell phone, you're engaged with the cell phone, like you're on it, you're not looking at people. I can look at you and converse with you and knit a sock.
But I think you're right. I think it's that, okay, so I think I understand what she means. I hope I'm understanding what she means by cell phone etiquette and knitting etiquette. If I'm knitting and talking to you at the same time, I'm looking at you.
Right.
Like I'm
not on Facebook and I'm not
Right.
looking at the phone. It's,
Yes.
we can be eye to eye.
yeah. But I get that because some people can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree with that statement. There should be etiquette for sure.
Liat Gat from Knit Freedom
Yeah.
said knitting saved her life. It's been on talk shows talking about it.
Okay. I know other people that feel the same way as that. Somebody said, do you know Linwood Barclay, his novels?
Yes.
We've recommended those before.
Yeah.
We think he's a fantastic author.
Someone got grief. Roxanne got grief from knitting at sports of games. I can't get through a sports game if I have to do it without knitting.
I wish I was a knitter when my kids were playing
you
soccer and stuff.
imagine?
No, oh, I wish. That's a lot of hours. And that's a lot of hours sitting and waiting. And I think if you're a parent with kids in organized sports and you're a knitter, you should always have that.
TK Michael said the best thing right now about online church is they get to knit while praying.
Yes.
I knit in my Bubba's funeral.
We did. She was a big time crocheter.
She was, yeah.
Big time crocheter.
I mean, I knit in the round stockinette, so I'm not, that's the one thing I can do only and not look.
Yeah.
I need to glance every once in a while.
And somebody said, oh my gosh, I wish I could remember who it was, but her husband is a pastor and she's a knitter, and she said, I knit during his services.
And if
it's like this, where we are making eye contact, she can knit without looking, but it's just like a soothing thing. And so I forget who said that, but I would love that. There is, so when I was talking about Somebody Feed Phil, I loved the Chicago.
Vincent's here.
I loved the Chicago episode.
What is a dream knitting project that you'd never knit but you would love someone to make you? A cable, all over cabled sweater.
I was
feel like
thinking
I would...
Hohe's cabled coats, those big, beautiful.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I think that would be one for sure. But I think it would
Vincent,
be amazing to do it.
I know.
Yeah.
Vincent, I meant to print your pattern. Did I show Vincent's pattern?
No.
Didn't I show it, or did I print it, or I just talked about it? I'll do that for next week. I'll add it to my notes. He's got a beautiful cowl. I think I showed it, but I don't think I did. I'm the worst. Who else's memory is getting worse as they...
Jodi.
Tracie.
So bad. My memory's so bad.
I need ginkgo biloba.
Write a note and remind yourself.
Yeah, right.
Well, maybe we should hit the road. It's been such a nice visit with you again.
I'm
going to make show notes for us. I'm getting hungry.
Can you imagine? Karen said she's been in isolation since March 12th and knitting and crocheting has got her through. Can you imagine?
Totally. I do think it's a mental health. I do think it's a way to manage stress.
Oh, Vincent said I did share it. Thank you, Vincent. I thought I did, but I might have not. I just thought it was really beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I have one more knit along to tell you about, you guys.
So don't forget to love thy neighbor. Don't forget to continue to read and learn. Love thy neighbor, meaning make sure to check in, see if everybody's okay, if there's anything you can do.
Absolutely. Can I just share one quick knit along that's just happening? It's so cute. So, do you guys all know Nancy of Getting Pearly with It?
That's the cutest name.
Oh my gosh, she is so cute. And I just put, oh my god. Now I can't even see. Okay, there we go. I put the contrast on my phone down so bad I couldn't even see it.
You need bifocals.
Jodi, don't even go there. So her name is Nancy Ricci. She's Getting Pearly with It. I can't really tell there. She's doing an Instagram.
Put your light white up. Put your light up more.
She's doing a Instagram knit along for her summer pattern. It's called Shelly Summer Top. And it's a DK. I'm going to list it on Ravelry. I'm going to put it on the show notes. But it's this really cute DK sleeveless top on Ravelry. You can make it as long or short as you want. 2 identical pieces with this feather and fan lace. And super simple. And she's having a knit along on her Instagram page.
I love her. Doesn't she look like she's just oozing joy?
You should
her
watch
photos.
Everything about. I love following her on Instagram. I love watching her videos. Anyway, that's one more thing. I'm going to link. I'll link her Instagram, I guess, and the pattern. But it's just going to start. This knit along's just going to start, and it's a super cute, quick summer garment. You knit 2 flat pieces that are identical, and there's a tiny bit of seaming here, and that's it. There's no sleeves.
And you guys, what a great project. If you've never seamed anything, this is a great project to start.
Here's 3 versions of it. longer, shorter, and striped. It's super,
Look
super
at.
cute.
Okay, so
It's super cute, and it's DK.
is she the owner of a yarn store?
Goes fast.
Is she the owner of a yarn store?
I don't know if she owns a yarn store or not, but
What's behind her? Her yarn or a yarn store? Do we know that?
people think I have a yarn store too, Jodi.
Oh,
There's her wearing it. Looks super cute. But yes, she is just, and I'm like, I just love spending time with her. And she's got a lot of patterns on Ravelry.
I think how fun is that?
Yeah, quick.
Yeah.
And another fun community knit along.
Someone mentioned you talked about the coloring book yarn but didn't show because it's not on her Instagram feed. It was in her story that's now gone.
And so
it's rainbows.
Did you get one?
I did get one.
Yes.
We'll
Okay,
share
that's
these.
exciting.
We'll do little
That's exciting.
rainbow
No,
socks.
you don't have to share. Jodi, I have so many.
I know. Oh, someone thinks she does not own a yarn store. That's her house. Sorry. I'm not shaming you for your yarn. It's
I love
beautiful.
it. Good for you. Good for you.
Hello, Crochet Luna. Stash goals, right. I would get stressed with that much stash myself.
That's okay.
I would feel like I need to knit it.
Yeah, everybody's different for sure.
Who's doing the Zoom meeting? I already forgot. That's hilarious.
Urban Girl Yarns. Urban Girl Yarns. And she's got a post on her Instagram page, and we have a post on our Instagram page, and that's happening tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. So that's 8 a.m. here. What? It's all right.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I'm really, really, really looking forward to talking to everybody.
I am too.
Yeah, Urban Girl Yarns. Okay, everybody, I think it is time to say goodbye.
Oh,
we will
I'm
meet.
not ready.
We will meet you here next week. It's been great. It's been really nice to.
Nancy used to work at Nitty City.
Okay, so maybe that's why you think.
Jordan and Madison and I drove them out to get pizza, and now you can go into Blaze and order it, and there's social distancing with tables, but they took it and ate it in the car, and they ask you your name.
Yes.
And we always laugh because we always put different names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dixie.
It's a
Jordan's was Dixie. Dixie Normus.
Right, of course. It's a cheap thrill.
Oh.
It's a cheap thrill and an
Why am I
harmless
so
one.
juvenile?
I don't know, Joe.
That makes me laugh.
I know. There's a lot of people that would just roll their eyes at that and saying, grow up.
That's what I mean.
I think it's funny.
Sometimes I'm a lot, and I'm not for everybody. I'm not.
Well, and that's true.
Yeah.
And we're not in denial
Yeah.
about that, right? So can't be everybody's cup of tea, and that's the thing. So I think we should say
Just love
goodbye.
seeing all the comments. Seeing everybody's questions.
I
How do
know.
I find a book club mentioned?
I'll link it in the show notes.
It's only on Instagram. So if you don't have an Instagram, you can get it. It's free. You just need an email to sign up.
Yeah.
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 Thank you, Kim. Kim said, I'm for her.
What does that mean?
Like, because I said not everyone. I'm not for everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Irma, I have watched Dirty Grandpa, and it's hilarious. Yeah. It was so nice being outside this morning.
It is nice being outside.
Yeah. Am I getting...
It's a little loud. Like there's a plane going
But
overhead.
now we have
There's stuff in the
a microphone.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Am I getting vitamin D in the shade?
No.
Really?
Don't you have to be in the sun?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But what do I know?
The Minnesota goodbye. What does that mean? Like I say goodbye, but I'm not leaving?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, we could just sit and chat, right?
It is fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would sit here all day. I really would.
We could just knit.
Yeah, that's riveting. But it would be, and you know what? Maybe we should do a Zoom get together as well. We have a Zoom room. We could have 100 people.
How do you say yes to some and not everybody?
Well, it's like a first come, first serve thing. And
right. Okay.
Right? And we would ask people if you were in last time, maybe not to try and get in the second time if we did it again so that other people could possibly have a turn. But it is really fun to do a knit night, and especially when we're all missing
Okay.
our local yarn shops,
Okay.
right?
Do you guys remember, people, OG people that have been watching for a long time, do you remember we did a giveaway? And it was a giveaway, a Zoom chat with us.
It was just, what was it? Did we do FaceTime? We FaceTime.
FaceTime. But
Yeah, it was
do you know
great.
what I mean?
And we actually thought that was pretty funny. Like, who would want that? But
Yeah.
it was, I mean, maybe nobody wants a Zoom either. I don't know. But
Vincent, we will be together. We will be able to hug one day.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I can't wait
I miss
until it's
that.
safe
Okay.
to come and see everybody at a yarn festival. Honestly, I want to go to everyone now. I really do. I really do.
Yes.
Including Rhinebeck.
You
Including
don't-
Crazy
I'll do it
Rhinebeck.
again. I'll be wearing a wig.
It's
I'll
such
be
a-
incognito.
It's such a beautiful spot, right? And it's a beautiful time of year. Jodi, apple cider donuts.
Okay.
We don't even have to go to buy
okay.
yarn. Just see the animals, see the people, eat donuts.
Okay, this is going to be... Bye, Revlin!
Bye,
Have
Revlin!
a great weekend! Okay, this is not going to be... This comment's not going to be received well.
Oh my God.
I didn't love the apple cider donuts.
Okay.
I liked them.
They're a cake donut.
Yes.
I prefer yeast donuts too.
Yeah, me too.
But they
That's
were
what...
hot and covered in sugar. I will not say no.
Right, I mean, did I eat it? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Is my preferred donut a yeast? Yes.
I know. That's, you know what that just says? You're a donut connoisseur. Apparently we eat too many donuts to not be impressed. But they were really good. They were really, really good.
So I did hear, tell me if I'm not dreaming, that Rhinebeck is going to be virtual this year.
I don't think,
I did hear that.
is anything going on?
Can someone confirm that?
I don't think, is anything going on before next year?
No.
I don't think,
Crochet Luna, she'll eat anything covered in sugar.
oh my gosh, Claudia, you're my peep.
Yeah.
I love it. Sugar or cheese? Cheese is my favorite food group. By far. Bread.
Amy
I don't
said
know.
my son and daughter-in-law had those at their wedding instead of cake. That's fun.
See, that's really fun.
I love that. It's not that I didn't like it. I just, there's the hype and the long lineup. You wouldn't see me in the lineup.
It's true. It's true. The lineup's gigantic, so I think maybe that your expectations get kind of crazy. It was an excellent cake donut. It was really good. But it's funny because, you know, when we're in a grocery store, and our store at the time, they were frying their own fresh donuts every single day.
You guys, how do you think I
There's
maintain my weight?
nothing like a fresh glazed yeast donut.
Like 10 minutes out of the fryer, you guys.
Come on.
Now I got to make donuts.
I want to make cinnamon buns.
You should.
I still haven't done it.
It's not difficult.
I know.
Can you use your... Okay, so...
I would always rather be knitting. That's why I don't want to bake. But whatever.
Nail salons, movie theaters, gyms, all that sort of stuff, phase 2...
I don't get it.
opens tomorrow.
Why?
I will not be running to get that done. Well,
Why?
we all know I'm not going to go to a
Like
gym.
when the...
We all know
I can
I'm-
promise you will not see me at the gym. But I guess, does that mean our numbers are low enough that it's safe to open these things?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes. Social distancing is working. Mask wearing is helping.
So,
And let me
yeah.
tell you, I think my mom is outside the nail salon now.
it's like...
I said she's in a tent
it's like when there's a big concert coming and you had to line up for tickets in the old days.
days before.
Mom is there 2 days ahead before the ladies are even open.
Yeah.
It's-
So for those that are excited and looking forward to those opening, we can celebrate because it's tomorrow. Full disclosure, I think I'd be there tomorrow too if Lisa was going to be working.
She's not working.
No.
Okay.
That's not true. Julia's not working, and Matt, the three of us will go together, and we're not going to go together if
Right.
all three of us can't
Right.
go. Yeah.
Right. Well, if you don't feel you can go, that's fine too. But if your numbers are safe enough, I hope that...
Listen, I'm conflicted.
I'm conflicted too about lots of things. Yeah.
I did go get my hair cut, and it was...
And I think it matters too where you're going and how they're handling the sanitizing and
Right.
how it's being handled. You know, do I think it's safe to go like shoulder to shoulder and sit somewhere with all these people?
Here's a question.
No, I don't think that. I think if you've got to be separated by a
Yes.
lot.
I agree. There's got to be certain things
Yeah.
in place. Right before the week after March 13th, I had a cleaning. Maddie had a filling scheduled at the same time, so it was canceled.
That's dentist.
Yes, at my dentist.
Okay.
So they've called me last week and I've now rescheduled. But now I'm thinking, I don't know, they're in my mouth. What do you think about that?
What do you need done?
Cleaning, and Maddie needs a filling.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you, our dentist is super. I've spoken to her through this whole thing.
Have you?
I've seen her a couple times. She is very, very safe. The people that work there don't even wear their clothes out of the building. They come in civilian clothes. They change there. There's laundry there. They never bring those clothes home with them.
Okay, that's really good to know.
She's very, and I mean, just ask. If you have concerns, ask.
I don't have concerns because
do.
Anna said I do have. I'm thinking, should I? Because I know
Is
Anna
it
said,
worth the risk?
Anna said, call me when you get there. I will give you instructions on how to come into the building.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So I know every absolute precaution is taken.
Yeah.
Is it worth me going?
Right.
To get my
so
teeth
about
cleaned?
the teeth cleaning, I would think I could wait, but it's a whole year. It's going to be another year.
I was due to go in February.
Right.
So by the time I go, it's going to be over 2 years.
But if Maddie's tooth is bothering her with a filling,
not.
I would think
For her cleaning after her braces, they said you have a little filling that needs repair.
Okay. I think we
Anyway,
should start
that's where I
calling these
am.
visits with the Grocery Girls, not necessarily knitting podcasts with the Grocery Girls.
Well, it was a knitting podcast.
It
Our
was.
content was as usual, and if
It
you
was.
feel like hanging out at the end,
It was. It was. If you're still here, thank you. It's nice to see you. But honestly, this is the longest video I think we've ever had.
what's the time?
An hour, 130 minutes, 2 hours and 10
Do
minutes.
you think we can get to 3? Tracie, anxiety.
Jodi. Well, no, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. That's all. I
Yeah,
pretty
no,
much
I'm
finished
done.
my-
I'm just in. I mean, we're outside. The weather. It's like 20 degrees.
It's so nice
perfect
right
weather.
here. It is under the umbrella, little bit of a breeze. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
What are you doing for the rest of your day? Are you going home?
Thursday. I have an errand or two, and then I'm just gonna finish cutting out all these bags, the fabric I have, and yeah. I mean, I
so
don't.
a little bit of work, a little bit of other things.
Both my my middle and my youngest are working till 8.
Ooh.
I love Thursdays because they're not here.
Well, everybody needs a break. I mean, when you've been in lockdown with everybody, or not really lockdown, but you're isolating, right?
Yeah. I mean, we all
Yeah.
have our own space.
Yeah.
Um,
It is nice to have a little bit of separation, I have to say.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so somebody was just saying they had a very safe teeth cleaning.
Yeah, I see that I've
So
gotten
that's
some feedback.
I trust our dentist implicitly. I really do. If she feels it's safe, I would feel good about going.
I mean, she was immaculate before
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So I would do it, Jode.
Okay.
I would do it. I think it's safe.
I hope.
I think that's different for everybody, right? Like you have to just know
Yeah.
where you're going and how they're handling things.
I feel like I'm fishing for an excuse for someone to say, "Don't do it."
But you need to listen to your intuition
No,
too.
my intuition is I hate going to the dentist. That's my
Right,
intuition.
right.
It doesn't matter about COVID right now.
Right.
I'm just telling someone, "Oh, you shouldn't go," and then I
Right.
can feel good
But
about
who wants to get a
canceling.
filling? Like it could just get it. You really
Maddie
should,
doesn't. Right.
right? Like
Yeah.
if you don't get your teeth cleaned, it can cause other problems.
The amount of cleaning I do in my mouth, if I have a cavity,
I hate going to
there's
the
something
dentist.
wrong.
Hate.
I floss
Hate it.
5 times a week, brush with an electric brush twice a day, use mouth rinse every day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow. Big comments happening here. Okay. Stitches West in November. I don't think we'll be going anywhere.
no. I'm thinking
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
my long-term goal, by the way things are going and projecting by experts that I'm looking at,
It seems to change all the time.
like I'm thinking Knit City, Montreal, maybe,
Right.
right? Is kind of the
I think it's important to just stay aware and I mean, if people would stay home, the numbers would go to probably an area where it would be safer to travel.
Yeah.
But
Driving around the neighborhood and seeing these young adults, teenagers, that are like hanging on each other.
yeah,
No,
it's hard for younger people.
it's frustrating
Social
to me.
distancing. It's even hard for some adults.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
then
and
how do we expect
and if
any-
you take a step back, you get these weird looks.
How
Like,
do
you're
you
like,
expect anything to get back to normal
Yeah.
if you're not going to follow the rules now,
Yeah,
right?
it's not easy, for sure. For sure. For sure, for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We love you all. Tracie, did you get your refund from your last flight?
No, it's still good. It's still good. Our ticket is still.
That still makes me mad.
I never phoned though. I mean, I guess I could get.
Oh, okay.
Right?
They might have, right.
So maybe
Store
I
credit.
should do that. It's
right?
so far it's a credit, but I don't know. And then we got the news that Knit City was going to be coming in April, and that's still all fit within the. I should phone though. Just get your money back, and then you can book whatever
Yeah.
is the cheapest in the new year, like when it
Yeah.
comes. So anyway, I should do that.
134 minutes.
Jodi.
Okay. We love
All
you
right.
all.
Thanks,
Enjoy
you
your
guys.
week. We will see you next Thursday.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
What's next Thursday?
Come see us in Ravelry for your chance to win this beautiful kit.
It's a good one.
It's a beauty.
Yeah.
And tell us a resource that you've really loved.
Something you've
as far
learned, a
as-
resource, something
Yeah.
that you've...
with regard to anti-racism.
Yeah.
So thanks, you guys. We will see you soon.
Goodbye, makers.
Bye.